Carlos, as we all know, or as maybe a lot of people don't know, for the benefit of those who don't know, was on the Roscommon team, the Roscommon minor team that won the first All-Ireland that ever came to Roscommon, and that was in 1939. And Seamus, I've been talking to him here for the last few minutes. He's got a photograph of that team, and he's going to go through it with us, and he's going to talk about the players that he played with in the locality. And it's great to have you with us, Seamus, and we'd like to now go through this team.
The first man there in the photo is Liam Carris, the great Liam Carris.
That's right, yeah.
He's one of the greatest men that ever played football, not only but for Roscommon, but maybe in all Ireland, I would say.
He was indeed, from what my father tells me.
Yes. After that, you have Tony Murray. He was a brother of the famous Jimmy Murray that captained the
All-Ireland 43 and 44.
Yes, the two teams. After that, you have a boy called Penny. He was from Roscommon town. You have Larry Kilduff. After that, you then have Larry Cummins. After that, you have Liam Gilmartin. You come down in here, Tim Lynch. He played centre field with myself on that day, in the final. He's a brother of the great Brendan Lynch, who played with the All-Ireland in 1943 and 44. You then have Cathal Burton. He was one of the Burton from Strokestown. His family, they were great footballers there also. Then there's myself. And a boy called McDermott from the south. After that you have Tony Phelan Murray, a brother of Jamie's also. A boy called Winston. He'd be from someplace around Ballinagh, I think. Then you have Des Boyd. He'd be one of the Boyd of Croghan. They were noted footballers. You then have Joe Bambrick. He became a creamy manager in Balladreen afterwards. I knew him very well after that. Then you have Joe Tiernan, a man that scored 7 pints of frees that won the match for us that day. He was one of the great Tiernan footballers out of Elfin, and that was in
the team on the day.
Team of the day.
Tell me, where was that photograph taken now?
It was taken in Croke Park. And you see there, that is the box there. That
commentary box, is it?
Yes, the commentary box. Micheál here, he'd be giving it out over there.
Very good.
On that day.
Do you remember, Seamus, who you played in the final?
Oh, we played Monaghan.
Monaghan, was it?
Yes, Monaghan, yes.
And any recollection of the score on the day?
No. We beat them 2 points. But we were down, and 10 minutes to go, we were being beaten 7 points.
And you told me you were playing centre field that day. I didn't know that now.
That's right. Brendan Lynch, Tim Lynch, he parted me there that day. We did.
Tim Lynch was in midfield along with you. And who was the goalie? You see, there's no differences in that's the goalie. That's the goalie. The jerseys were all the same at that time.
Yes. Oh no, they're the same jerseys they have today.
Yeah, but the goalie didn't have a different colour jersey.
No.
That only came in the last right, 10 or 12 years.
Yes, that's right. Gilduff, his name was, the goalie. Well, you're a powerful, strong man. If you switch it off for a minute, you know.
There, Seamus, at that time there was the players were scattered from all over the county there, and you were telling us there when we were switched off that there was one fella a few days over the age.
Well, I cannot verify that so well, but a rumour had it that morning that he had to be shaved twice before he left the hotel. Big Jack Fahy. He was the county secretary at the time. And he did a good job in shaving him now. He did. And he got through all right. Now, there was one fella on it also, Liam Careless.
Yeah.
He was only 17. But Fahy maintained that he'd to balance out.
Very good, yeah. Well, that would balance out.
Yes. So, we presumed that Fahy had a point there in it. We had enough, we don't know.
Well, you were all shaving, I take it, at the time. Did you have to bring in, was this man have to bring a razor especially to shave in the morning?
Because there wasn't too many razors at that time. Because 1939, only after Lavin, David Leary, he was fighting in economic war with England and to the north, save it till you were going to stab out England at that time. We didn't succeed.
Well, we tried, of course. History tells us. In fact, I was in a class there during the week, and 1939 came up into it as well. But to the start of the World War, and anyway, I've just seen in the back of it here you have All Ireland semi-final. This photograph was taken now for the semi-final. I take it you had a razor for the final as well.
Well, there might be two razors for the final. They might not, so we don't know. But one of them, that was the general rule that time. And, we also had to cycle. I used to have to cycle up to Chairman, Dan O'Rourke. He was the chairman at the time and very interested in football. And he was also the TD or local TD. And we cycled there once and twice a week. There was an odd time that a car, I might be picked up by a car.
Wasn't too many cars around then?
No, only if you didn't. If you wasn't picked up, you hit off on your bicycle. And I used to cycle also two other football matches when I was there with Manchester. We played the final, the junior final in Castlereagh. That was no day in November.
Very good.
Then I cycled there and back. And you didn't wonder hopping up on your bicycle and cycling for 10 or 15 or 20 miles.
So you played with Manchester at the time, and you were telling me earlier on that you won a county junior medal as well with Manchester. Was it that in 1940? 43. The match was played against Oran in Castlereagh. And it was written that day that there was over 2,000 people in Castlereagh. It was no day in November. It was Sunday in November. Very good. Well, we're in November now when we have the final tomorrow, and let's hope we have over 2,000 people and no snow. Well, the two men I have with me will be bogged down. They're not used to snow now anymore.
The most of the people who came there to that match the other day, they cycled there too, both from Orden and Manchester. And the whole parish of Manchester did it to cheer on. Now we were against a very stiff team. There was him and his brother Tim and another brother. There were 3 lynches on it, and no, there wasn't simple men. Let me tell you that much. Well, there wasn't anything but simple men. And but for one of them were elated and celebrated the race.
Well, as I said earlier, we're honoured to have Seamus Lavin in the parish of French Park, Ballinagare in the Western Gaels area. And he's the first All-Ireland winner to come from this locality. We also have another All-Ireland winner. Let's hope we can get him later on. That's John Lavin. John played in the 1958 team, I think it is. We've planned on going to his house. We haven't arranged with him yet, but hopefully we'll take him by surprise and catch him in his socks before he goes to Mass and have a talk with him like yourself, Seamus. You remember John playing?
Oh, I remember John well. We're the best of friends, myself and John. Fine. I would never have liked to run against John, because if you did, you'd only come off second best. John, a very strong, set foot of a man, very fair. No violence in him in any way you took him.
No, there isn't today.
No.
Gentleman, indeed, the same John. You're the only two All-Ireland medals winners, or am I right in saying that lives in the Western Gaels parish? Or is there anybody else that we know, that we have left out or that we don't know about?
No, not that I can think of, John. No, there are not.
There was nobody nobody from this locality on the 1943 or 44 senior team?
No, except Harry Connor and Paddy Kinney. They were from the village of Bandamine. Yes.
You played with those two men, you're telling me?
Oh, I played time and time again with them.
You played with Bandamine, and you tell me you played in different clubs throughout the county, which was the norm for the day. Where else did you play?
Well, I played in a Gael final in 1944. Raffo, I played with Raffo, and believe it or not, they brought me in the last 15 minutes, and the one and only ball that I got in that 15 minutes, I think it was purely accident from about 40 yards out. I scored a point, and that was the winning point. And I was with he is the greatest man in Donegal. But that was the only kick I got at it. Might be 15 minutes.
It was enough. So you have medals in Donegal and in All Ireland and in Mantua. And tell me, was there any players around French Park or Bannagar that you played with? Or do you tell me that there wasn't a team there at the time, that it wasn't formed until 1940? You had no team there in 1939?
Well, I played... No, like then I continued on with Mantua. And we met Terman in Bannagar in 1944, and they had 7 All-Ireland players. Terman had that day, and we ran them to 1 point and should have been beaten. But it was a horror shock to Daniel Rook, I can tell you, to see men from the bogs of Manchester, as they used to call us, coming and taking on the half.
The mighty men of Roscommon at the time.
The half of the All-Ireland team. They won the 2 matches before. Yes. So that was enthusiasm that in times, and that's how we got on. And we seem to enjoy it.
Very good, Seamus. Seamus, we have 2 men here with us, Daniel Farrell and Michael Cunningham, and they're playing tomorrow in the county final, in the first intermediate final that Western Gaels are in. And have you any word of advice for them, you that has been through the mill years ago?
And I say this to them: never hit a man with your fist. Playing football. I never did. It was very seldom done in my time. But I'm appalled today at the violence I see on football teams. That's one advice I will give you. Hit him anyway, but don't hit him with your fist. And that is about the worst ways that you can hit any man. Be it the wrong way. There's one way to hit him in the pocket,
On the shoulder.
but not on the shoulder, but not with your fist. And when you do that, you will always get by. And you'll always hold your respect. That's the advice I will give you. And another advice I will give you, always be before your man. Never be behind him. And
Good advice.
And if you're not before him, be a half a foot in front of him, but never be behind him. And that's it. And you will get by then. But them are the two things I will tell you. And I will wish you luck in your final tomorrow. I will wish you luck. And you have the winning of it, but never go in overconfident either to play football. Never do that, because a lot of teams that I saw, and you saw most of Jack Farrell, the men that went in overconfident, they lost the match. And I think that you thought yourself there with that match with Gael and Kildare. Kildare was overconfident.
They were. They thought they had it won.
They were sure that they had it won.
But I think myself that those men know definitely at this stage. They know that they're up against a good, strong team that have. Some of them have won 7 Connacht medals. I was looking at the paper there this morning, and 13 Roscommon senior medals. So they're up against it. Seamus, it has been a pleasure talking to you, and we'll organise a copy of the video for you sometime later on when we get it complete. And let's hope it'll be a continuation, and that those men will be at the end of it in the day, and that they'll have their first Roscommon Intermediate Championship medals in their pocket. So thanks very much again, Seamus.
I wish you the height of luck, gentlemen. But go forward, determined to win, and you will win it. That's it. I wish you luck, gentlemen.
Thomas, we have arrived at the home of John Lavin, our second All-Ireland medal winner from Roscommon, and our only other All-Ireland medal winner from the Western Gaels parish. And we didn't find John in his socks. In fact, he was ready and waiting for us with collar and tie on him. And he's going to tell us all about the history of his football years. He was a winner with the Roscommon minor team in 1951. He tells me he played with Loughlin, Balnagar, St Patrick's Hospital in Castlerea, and God knows where, Killina. He was another one of those travelled footballers of the time. It seems to have gone into the 50s. So John, we have here, and we've been looking at it in the last few minutes, a photograph of the 1951 All-Ireland winning team, which you were on yourself. Would you be care to go through it with us there, because it's a unique photograph. I'm sure there's not many of them around.
Okay, Micheál Callahan, Hugh Morrison, Eddie O'Connor, John Lynch, Tommy Finnegan, Pat Muldoon, Joey Campbell, Commons, Eddie Murray, Ollie Murray.
Well, he was a brother of
Jimmy's, yes, he was indeed. Tony Murphy, Harry Connolly, Noel Connolly, Jerry Healy, Frank McKevitt, Colin Devine, Tommy Dolan, Frank McKevitt, and Frank Carroll from Castlerea.
They were on the top line.
On the top row. On the bottom row, then you have Eamon Lynch, myself, Micheál Shibnan from Coot Hall, great senior player afterwards, Harry Penny, Barry Malloy was the captain that year, Johnny Rafferty, Eamon Degnan, Leo Duffy, Latimer Simpson's died, John O'Brien, yeah, Mick Hoare, and Mick Kelly, yes. Yeah. That was the All-Ireland winning team in 1951.
And I think that was the last All-Ireland minor team that won one for Roscommon, was it?
That's the last All-Ireland winning team in Roscommon, the minors. Yes, indeed. We played at Loughlin for both 51 and 52. We won the minor title with Loughlin in 52. We were in the final on both occasions in 51 and 52. But we lost in 51 and we won it in 52. There was 4 All-Ireland minors on that team. Johnny Lynch, Eamon Degnan, Noel Connolly and myself. So there was great excitement a lot in that night when we come home with the title. There was indeed. It was great. And I played with Ballinagare for a number of years. And
Do you remember any of the players from Ballinagare when you were playing up there? Bartley Colony would have been there.
and Frank, Mick McCormick and Tom McCormick and George Duffy, Jerry Finnan, of course, and who else had we there? Sonny Dorr, I think he's dead. Who else had we there? Those O'Brien's, Tom O'Brien there, his player. Look now. Alfie Shark and T-Bone did play with him.
That's right.
Great footballer too, yeah. A good footballer Alfie was. James McGarry. Passed away since, unfortunately.
He was from round here?
He was from the next village, James was. Great footballer, a gentleman. And played at Castle Reese and Patrick Hospital for a number of years. In Killyna, we had to spell with Killyna. Great club as well. But we never won many honours really. We kept playing the game anyway.
Indeed you did. John Joe Breslin used to play with Killyna. Was he playing in your time?
He was. John Joe was playing, yes, and the Burks and if I get them now really, but Bristol's on the Bucks anyway, and Connor, John Joe Connor. And that's about all I can remember at the moment.
Well, John, we were looking at your medal collection earlier on, and we'll have another look at them, or we get the cameraman to look, give it a close up of them. But your All Ireland medal is the chief one indeed, yeah, and it's a lovely gold medal here, and it's the only All Ireland medal that we know of in Tibohan or in the Western Gaels parish. Is there anybody else has one apart from Seamus? Seamus's medal is mislaid at the moment.
No, myself and Seamus will be only two All Ireland medal winners in this area. And the county minor one, Clothlin in 52 is a viable medal as well.
You have that one as well, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that later on.
Someplace there.
But it's nice to have those, John.
It's a great honour, and it's great. It was a great achievement that time. And there was great excitement. We landed home in Roscommon. We had a great celebrations and everything. Great.
Indeed there was, and I'm sure the last time I remember Roscommon winning on All Ireland was, I think, we were up at the disco in Castlereagh or at the dance in the casino or wherever it was at the time, and that was in 1967, I think it was, when Dermot Earley and Co. they won the under 21 All Ireland. They haven't won one since, as far as I know.
As I know they haven't, yeah.
But we have two of the Western Gaels panellists here tonight with us. We have Michael giving me a hand here. I'm not going to keep him out too late. And we have Michael Cunningham and Daniel Farrell. Daniel is on the end of the camera at the minute. And have you any words of advice to those two aspiring footballers for tomorrow's final?
First of all, I'd like to wish the Western Gaels the best of luck, and I hope to bring the title to the Western Gaels. Well, take their points over the bar from long distance. Not be messing around with it. Let it off. Good straight shots. And I hope he can do it. No bother to Cunningham. And all the lads. I hope they'll all have a good game and that they'll win it. It'll be great for Western Gaels, and we'll have a big night tomorrow night if the cup comes to Faddles.
Oh, indeed. Were you at the semi-final match, John?
I was. They were struggling for periods. Yeah, and it looked dodgy enough for one stage, but they came good in the end, and that's what counts.
Indeed.
I said probably play a better game tomorrow. I hope to do anyway.
Well, they have had 2 or 3 weeks to rectify any mistakes on the day, and I've no doubt that they're well fit to win a county title tomorrow. It's threatened a long time. Your son John played there for a few years, and he doesn't play anymore. We were trying to entice him back at one stage, but he went on the guitar instead.
And the music. Yes, John was showing great promise as a minor and under 21 player, and he would have very good footballer. But then the music got the better of him, and he couldn't do the two things. He got married then, and he had to keep playing on a few shillings. Winning dictate. But he was a very promising footballer. You remember him yourself, Jackie?
I do, yeah.
At the minor he was very promising. But he went on the guitar then, and he stayed at that for 10 years, and he got tired of that. So he's just working away now in the tire business.
Looking after the woman.
Yeah.
In Korea, you have a lovely selection of medals here, apart from your All Ireland medal, and we were looking at them there. You have a West Roscommon medal where you played representative football for Roscommon, and you have the minor medal with Loughlin in 52.
And that was what they called the insurance, a competition called the Insurance Cup. That was the 4 divisionals, North, South, Mid and West, so we won it that year, 1965. That's I forget what I was hoping anyway.
That doesn't matter.
No.
That's your minor
That's the minor middle.
County minor
County middle was lot in 51. That's the next
Nice
middle
one to have,
Okay,
yeah,
so that's
see.
really the best. There's a lot of the middle tables that are on your tournaments, and I can't think of them all now.
Yeah, how does it make no difference? We're also looking at this photograph here. You told me it was taken on the night that you won the All-Ireland final.
That's right, on O'Connell's Bridge in 1951. John Lynch, Eamon Degnan, Noel Connolly and myself in 1951, night after winning the All-Ireland.
Was that John Lynch that played full-back for Roscommon on All-Ireland final in 62?
Full-back afterwards. He did indeed.
Oh my God, he did. He was a great one. I remember him well. He was a powerful full-back.
He was.
So, that was more or less... When did you give up playing football? You were still playing until 65 anyway, according to your medal collection.
Well, the knee, then I had an accident with the knee, and that put it into my football, and the cartilage went inside of my knee. That was into that. So I retired gracefully.
You did well. John, I tell you, you're famous for your medals and everything, but I remember the topical talk one time years ago was coming up to a match. How was John Lavin's knee?
Yeah.
And it was, and your knee must have been troubling you for years, was it?
It was. I got a trip one time, and that was a problem in the later years, indeed. It was.
And there was no operations, of course, that time or anything else. You put a bandage on and...
Bandage on. I was supposed to go for an operation, and it didn't. It went back into place, and I never went for the operation yet, and that's 40 years ago now. I hardly bother going now.
No, well, you probably won't play anymore.
I won't.
Well, John, thanks very much for talking to us, and you'll be at the match tomorrow, I'm sure.
Jackie, and delighted to have you on. I wish the lads the best of luck and all, and we'll have a big night tomorrow night if the cup comes to French Park.
Well, indeed, we'll probably have a few pints one way or the other, but we're going to have a look at a close-up of the medals. We'll get Daniel to give us a hand here in a couple of minutes. So, John, thanks very much indeed, and it's been a pleasure being here tonight.
Okay, Jackie, thank you very much, and to your camera crew, it's delighted to have you, and you're very welcome anytime. Thanks very much.
John's All-Ireland medal, as I've said earlier on, it's the only, there's not too many of them around County Roscommon, and there's definitely not too many of them around the Western Gaels area. So we're having a close-up look at it now for the benefit of the people who haven't seen it before. And John has also a nice selection of medals here. As I said earlier on, this is his county minor medal with Loughlin in 1952. And Daniel will be trying to get that on his camera for us. And we'll put the rest of them here together. That's the All-Ireland winning team now, the Roscommon All-Ireland winning team in 1951, the minor team. A close-up look at the 4 Loughlin minors who were on the Roscommon minor team that year, and taking on O'Connell Bridge. We can see it in the background there. And John, would you go through it again with us?
Myself.
Yourself is on the phone, in the black.
Eamon Degnan, Noel Connolly, and John Lynch.
And John Lynch.
Yes.
That's very nice. Back again to have a look at the 1939 minor team from this book that John showed us here. It might be a little bit clearer than the photograph we showed you earlier on. So it's the same photograph actually.
Oh, that's what it is. I mean, that's how we work.
It tells you how many credits were left in it, not the dog.
Yeah, that's
right, yeah. Yeah, because they're the ones we had when we were in it.
They show you the field rooms flavours now. Because they have to be...
Where's their room?
Cable
There's Bergen or here.
let her hair down, but she is,
I am not over there though.
You have to go over here, Carol. They're more than every woman, she's at the washing machine. Our mine representative.
The Paul's not here now.
She's here to accept an award on behalf of Pete.
Well, it's going to be next night
Travels has taken us as far as the Horn in the O'Gara household. As you can see, it's 25 to 8, so it's early, and the horse, Mick himself, is in his socks here. He's ready for bed already. So, and And at 25 to 8, this is not as normal Saturday night. But anyway, Michael, you're fit and ready, and you will be ready for tomorrow's game.
It's just going to be, Jack, yeah. Long year, good long year, so it was. But it's all down to tomorrow now. Have to win. Winning is all that it's about now. I don't think Antle will do anyone only win tomorrow now. That's what we've tried for all year, and that's what we trained for. A few hours left now, and we'll know, the help of God, it's time tomorrow, unless it's a draw. Be another 2 weeks, flogging or whatever it'll be if it's a draw. But the help of God, I think we can beat Clann. I'm fully sure we can beat Clann. I think we've good enough of a team to beat Clann. So we bet the first team this year, so we did buy. Wasn't at the match, but the lads played well that day. They did man or two missing that day and played very well. Got 2 goals at the end, and so if we can beat Clann's first team, I think we have a great chance of beating their second team. But it's no way of looking at it, like, you know. But still, I think we're strong enough and good enough to win tomorrow.
Indeed you are, Michael, and you have had a long year of training. I suppose it's only your 4th match, championship match, and it's now November. It has been a very long year, but you should still be a fresh enough team, and there's a good experience team going out there tomorrow.
There's a lot of lads that have been there for a long time now, like, you know, and they know the score, like, and there's 1 or 2 young lads in around them, or 3, but they'll blend in well with them, and they have done all. I think the semi-final was the match. The semi-final was the sort of bogey game, you know, against Follies, and it was a real tough game against Follies, I thought. You know, we couldn't seem to shake. Yeah. You know, we went a point or 2 points ahead of them, and, you know, we could never seem to get the 3rd point or the 4th. But Follies, people say Follies were a hard team beat. They were a very hard team beat. You don't get into a county semi-final anyway, you know, unless, you know, you have the players and that. And I think the semi-final was the one now, so it was, and that's gone now. So final tomorrow now, and the help of God.
Very good. Well, Seamus, we're here, as I said earlier on, in the O'Gara household. It's full of footballers. Most the main.
We try our best.
The O'Gara household is full of footballers, and tonight it's even fuller because we have a lot of the gathering of the locals here, including Adrian Carty. We'll have a word with him in a couple of minutes. We have Davy over the far side. Davy, will you come over here? You come over here, Davy. You're a man that has never missed a match. And Davy, tell me, how do you assess tomorrow's match?
Oh my God, they're well good enough to win it tomorrow. Plenty good enough. They're only a very Midland semi-final by their own standards now, but if they play any sort of football like they played against St. Crohn's, or that's above them when they played in Levy's field, they'll win it, and win it easy, win it well. But they want to play a lot better than they played in the semi. It took them a long time to find their feet. They were nervous. A lot of them was nervous, and you could see it in the first half. But men came into it well, and some men played very well, and overall in the second half they got it together well, and with the help of God tomorrow, same crack again.
Well, I suppose Clann Gael would be reckoned to have an oldish team, but a very, 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 very experienced team. I was looking at the hurdle there, where some of them has got 13 senior championship medals under their belt. However, I think it's a young man's game, Davy. Would you agree with me?
It's definitely, that's why you give it up, Jack, you know, because it isn't an old man like me now, you can't be running around the field like that, you know. But I have, but I'm looking like Cinderella now. I need the shoes, you see. I have only the one, you see. That's why they got rid of me and brought in the young ones and taught them everything I know. Of course, Seamus, you'd know the minute you'd look at him like, and tried my best. Didn't just work 100% with Mick now, but you know, I'm trying my best with him like all the time. And we'll have to see tomorrow. I hope they win it. I really hope they win it. I'd love to see them playing senior football. And they played it all through the league, and they're well good enough for any senior team to miss. Played Bridget's last year in a brilliant game in the league, and Bridget's went on and won the county for senior championship, and Gael held them ball for ball all to the last 5 minutes. Last year, I remember that Sel and Joe and they were told to be quiet, I think, by the referee.
I think I was told to be quiet myself, so.
Oh yes, I remember that day you got into a minor discrepancy that day outside the dressing room now, but you were safe enough. You had about 100 men behind you. You wasn't too bad, like.
Once we're all together. We have your brother over here. I suppose, apart from Michael Cunningham and Larkin, he'd be the main scorer in chief, and he's the free taker. And is he nervous? Are you going to put him to bed in time tonight, David?
In bed tonight, let him watch the lottery draw, and if he has it won, he still has to go to bed, like. But he can celebrate tomorrow around 2 o'clock. That's the way we're going to do it. I hope he takes the frees from the ground, by the way, and not from his hands. Now, small little bit of advice. He was told that already, but the frees will go well enough. And with the help of God, tomorrow now we might click 1 or 2 over. Regardless who scores, as long as they do score. That's all that matters tomorrow. And stop the Clann men. The Clann have a lot of experience, but they're old men. They'll run them into the ground with the help of the good Lord God. Ballinameen were younger than us last year and they ran us, so we'll run the help of God. Clann stalled last year, didn't even bother coming back from the flay. We thought we had Ballinameen bit, but they won't go out that way tomorrow. They learned a very hard lesson last year. Ballinameen bet them and played better than them, I believe. Didn't see them, but the help of God tomorrow now. Big day, big week ahead, maybe.
Well, we're going to have a word with Seamus here, and I'm sure he's going to let us in on the tactics. And those of us who are doing a bit of camera work and a bit of commentating, we want to know what to look out for. So, Seamus, can we have a word with Seamus here? Seamus is playing with Western Gaels for as long as I know. He was under 16 when he won the last county championship medal or his only county championship medal, as far as I know, in 1990. And he was brought on that we had a trump card, and that was Seamus O'Gara, and a lot of the selectors wanted to play Seamus, and I suppose I had played in a couple of county finals myself and lost them all, unfortunately, up in Meath. But Seamus was a trump card. He was only 16, and early on in the match a lot of belting goes on, but Seamus was held, and I remember him scoring a point from about 60 yards out. Seamus, can you remember that day?
Getting longer all the time, Jack. It's like Cunningham's point. It started off 40 yards and then it ended up at the graveyard. But I remember that day well, and I thought it wasn't coming on at all, because I remember you saying to me that I'd probably be on at half time, and 20 minutes went into 10 minutes into the second half, no sign, and 15, but by God, it worked out well for us in the end. And I wasn't drinking, celebrating then, but if we win tomorrow, I'll try and make up for it, I tell ya. But tomorrow now would be a different game. We're going to go up and play senior football, and it's just looking here at the fourth, it's a different team altogether. There's only 9, I think, on the whole panel who I was playing in 1990, so we're losing and gaining all the time. But it'd be nice now to win it and celebrate again. Hit off someplace in maybe with the medal. With the help of God, so time will tell.
Indeed, Seamus, and while you have the photograph in your hand there, that's the last winning team, is it? Maybe you might as well run through it with us, and we'll get Daniel to pick it up if he can.
Well, Ballycone, Damien Dowd, they were 2 wing backs. Kevin Moran in goals. Kieran, I think, and Iggy was midfield.
It's Kieran McCormack.
Yeah, Kieran McCormack. Tom Lavin was in the forwards, and Rory Duffy was a full back. Joe, that was there for a year. Joe
Castle, eh?
Got married a few weeks ago.
That finishes his football.
Jack and Cunningham was up there supporting.
Who were training that day?
I say it. Carl Dowd and myself. This was the semi-final now. Anthony Castle, Tom Dowd, captain that time. P. Cass, Dowd Reliable, and Jerry Scott and Aidan Dowd. And that was it, I suppose. P. Cass and Iggy and Barry and myself is the only one off that now. That's, I think, 1990 or 1991.
Michael Duffy wasn't on that panel, was he? No.
He was from that time, he wasn't.
Oh, right.
There or thereabouts, but he wasn't on that team. So.
Oh, well, I think Michael was on for the final, if I remember rightly. Or was he? Who was full back that day?
Rory. Anthony Wancon and Joe and Dudder.
Oh, yeah, right.
So, yes, it's but and that was, as I say, it was them that started it all off. And I suppose PCAS is the one that's keeping it going all the time. He's the one coming through all the time. So, he's getting better with the day. Because if we're as good as him as he did, because we'll be as sound as well.
Well, here beside you, Seamus, we have the super sub of the last day. He's starting tomorrow. That's Adrian Carty. Adrian missed out on the semi-final apart from the last 5 minutes when he came on and scored a great point. Adrian, you were missing last year when we got hammered by Ballinameen. How does it feel to be back?
I'm delighted to be back for this year. Sort of enjoying the football again and looking forward to tomorrow.
Where are you playing tomorrow, Adrian?
I'm playing corner forward. I came on there the last day and I was happy to get the score towards the end. It's sort of an important one at the end of the day, so I'm happy to be on from the start tomorrow.
Indeed it was. It was a very important score at the time, and I remember it well, and very confidently taken. Behind you there we have a man oozing with confidence every time he goes out, and There's no doubt in it. That's Adrian Frey, and Adrian he won't be hiding. He's in the corner now, but he'll be out in front tomorrow. Adrian, how do you see tomorrow's game going?
Hopefully it'll go well for us. We've put lots of work in all year, and hopefully it'll work out. Lots of lads have put in a big effort coming from Dublin and travelling up from Galway, and big effort put in all year.
Don't praise yourself.
No, fair place for everyone for all year. It's a big effort put in, and we deserve it, I think. And it's not just this year, the last few years we've been trying to win it. Hopefully it'll all go right tomorrow for us.
Well, as I said, you're one of the more experienced of the backs now at the moment. Tomorrow you have Michael Hanley, I think, playing outside. There's a Daniel. I think it's Michael Hanley. And Michael, it's his first final. It's not your first final. Or is it? Were you on the 1990? You just a sub that time, yeah. But you're playing since then, so you'd have more experience. You'll be doing a bit of shouting tomorrow, I'd say.
Doing a small bit. Not known now for doing a lot of it, but I do a small bit.
You'll be doing more tomorrow.
Keep them on their toes. Been busy.
Well, fair play to you. Tell me, what do you know about the man you're going to be marking tomorrow now? Have you done a bit of research?
I haven't a clue who I'm marking. Just play my own game. Play my own game and try and stop him from scoring. That's the main thing.
And this now is the woman of the house herself. I met her, and she's responsible for all these footballers. And for us being up here tonight, and I met her for the first time in Roscommon the last day. I'm sure, I must say, and Mickey Fenn was there himself, so he won't mind me saying this. We met in a pub.
Yeah.
But you're not known to be in a pub too often, to tell me. Tell me, how did you have so many of these footballers around? You have another young man coming on there, Pat as well, I see, when he's playing for St. Etis in Ballahadreen.
Yeah, he is, yeah. Well, I don't know, it's just Seamus was the first one that started it off. I remember Seamus when he was about 8 years. There was a game on television one day. It was in All Ireland, and I said to him, Seamus, I said, are you going to watch All Ireland? I know. He said, I won't bother. And he went off out, and he never came in while the game was on. And when he came in, I told him who won. It was Offaly and somebody else. Offaly and Kerry. And he said, I think it was Offaly that won that day. And I said to him, Offaly won, Seamus. Oh, did they? He said. He never took a bit of notice, and after he started going to cartoon school, then he got in on the games in cartoon, and after that there was no standing on him.
So you're responsible for having this man out tomorrow, run himself round and for Western Gaels.
And I hope they win tomorrow. After all the washing and going to the laundrette and coming home, and have you this mom, and have you that mom, have you socks mom, have you... That's three of them 3 times a week. The young buck goes as well with them.
Oh, indeed.
This is going on all year, but I don't mind that. That's the least of my worries. The only thing is I would really and truly love them to win tomorrow.
Well, so would we all, and it's people like you who are in the background who was rarely seen, and my own mother indeed was the same, and my wife was the same with all these other potential footballers that's in our house. There was maybe a few more, but I'm sure the men themselves will reward you tomorrow evening by winning a medal.
Well, I hope they do.
And it'll be all worthwhile.
They are worthwhile. By God, it will, surely. Every bit of it. No. The run to the laundrette will be worth it.
Be forgotten about.
No, they won't be worried about it tomorrow evening. So that's it now, and I only hope that they win, and that's it. That's all I can say to them.
You're sending them to bed early tonight, are you?
James will be in bed now around 8:30 or 9 o'clock.
Is he normally in bed at 8:30 or 9 o'clock?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, sometimes, not always, but the most of the time. I don't know about the buck there in the corner. I might have a job with him, but
you might have.
I had a job with him. No, the other one. I had a job with him all my life, so it will make me much difference.
That don't turn out so bad now.
No, the poor lad, he could turn out well. Thanks be to God.
Yeah.
I had no complaints at all about him, thank God.
Tell me, we have another footballer over there, and he's playing along with your son in the forward. That's Michael Cunningham. Tell me, do you do a bit of washing for Michael as well, did I hear?
Yes, I do washing for Michael. I took the whole gear the other day, bag and all, and stuck it all in there to the washing machine. The bag The bag was filthy. You never saw anything like it.
Well, I'm told that we won't have that problem tomorrow because the whole team and substitutes has been presented by new bags by John McDermott. One of them, we'll have a look at it later on. John McDermott, plumber in French Park. We may have to give him a plug when we're at it, and he's well entitled to it. We're a long-serving player. Here we are. Daniel will pick up that. Now, so there'll be no problem with dirty bags tomorrow. Not tomorrow, or however long the last. We don't know.
T-shirts are lovely. They're very, very impressed with the t-shirts.
We have another. I know, is he a Hurn or he's Buck Hill or where? Eddie Finn, and Eddie is around as long as myself. He was been there. He doesn't make the first time all the time, but he's always there. Eddie, you're on the panel again tomorrow.
Usual, Jack, on the panel. Thereabouts. Hope it'll go well. A lot of work has gone in over this year, especially every other year. It's a great team, great lads there, footballers. Every place in the field is footballers. And hopefully tomorrow we'll have a medal and a cup tomorrow evening. And after that it's all on the day, but they're good enough to do it. They've been thereabouts, they say, and if that man there in the corner does a job tomorrow, and that fella in the other corner does what he's told as well, hopefully things will be right, and we'll have good celebrations tomorrow night, Jack.
No doubt. Eddie, I suppose, as I said, and you said yourself, you've been on the panel, and without men on the panel, you may not be starting tomorrow, you may get a run at some stage or other, but without having 15 players, you won't win anything. You need 25 of a panel or thereabouts, and you've always been there, and never let the team down or the club down, and I hope you get your just rewards tomorrow, and a championship medal as deserved as anybody else starting in the starting 15.
Well, thanks, Jack. Definitely, like, it's not just 15 or 16 players. Like, for most of the year we've had 20, 25, up to 30 players. Like, the panel for tomorrow, I think there's about 30 lads on it. All deserve to be there. Like, they've trained hard all year from last February once they started, and a night like tonight, raining and windy, and they're stuck in for the year. It is a full panel effort. Like, the 15 lads that are there, if we weren't there to help out and do the training, they'd soon lose interest. And it is a full panel effort, and we'll all enjoy it tomorrow. Full 30 of us.
Indeed. Well, thanks very much, Eddie. Michael Cunningham is at the door there. He's not making an escape. We have had him assisting us all evening when we were in Seamus Lavin's and John Lavin's, and now he's here, and he's going to give us an assessment on his performance tomorrow. What? He's gone to sleep already.
What do you want to know?
I want to know what you're going to do tomorrow, Michael, to win this match.
Well, it's hard to know what we're going to do. I know that we'll have to play about 50% better than we did against Foyles to beat Clann. We'll have to play something like we played against Lavies in the league in French Park with that. Because most of these are heading for their 14 county medal. So like to go out and play like we did against Foyles just won't work. So hopefully we can do it.
Yeah, but Michael, you must understand, Foyles were on a run. They had a few draws. They have a lot of experience as well. And they were, after winning their last match, they had far more matches in the championships than you. And I'm sure you didn't expect an easy game going out that day.
No, but every team that gets to a semi-final is on a run. They're on a winning run. That's because they are like. For Foyles to get there, they went through the losers group, so they'd lost in the championship already. Clann haven't lost any game. They bet 3 good teams to get there, so they'll be a lot tougher than Foyles will. We'll have to improve a lot to beat them. Like.
Well, I suppose so, but there were areas in the game the last day that we would say didn't look too good when coming up to the last 5 minutes or so, but yet you won by a couple of points. Adrian came on there and scored a brilliant point. You scored a very good point yourself, even though you weren't credited with it.
Well, an awful lot of the problem the last day was mistakes. We had, I'd say, 75% of the possession. We had a lot more wides in them. We just kept giving the ball away, like. And an awful lot is that down to nerves, like. So it's the second day in the Hyde. They'll probably be around the same crowd there, so it should be an improvement. Like, we've a bit of experience from the last game should stand to us, like.
Indeed it will, and I suppose settling the nerves that we had. We were down, and got back to the last county final, we were down 12 points. I was at 9 points at half time, and myself and Lawrence Dowd had a concoction there at half time, and I believe he's getting the flask ready for tomorrow. So if there's any danger of you being behind, Lawrence has the antidote tomorrow, so he's preparing it for you.
I don't, but just hopefully we won't be 9 points down on tomorrow. Help with that. If we do, we'll be in a lot of trouble. Who's in the flask?
Nobody knew that, barring himself and myself.
Something he made up, yeah. Well, with the help of God, tomorrow now we can pull it off against to be a very strong Clan team. Like they don't like losing in county finals. This is their third one now in the 90s, and they've lost 2 already. So they'll be hoping it won't be 3 in a row for them. So it's our first one. So hopefully we can pull it off.
Indeed. Well, thanks very much, Michael. We have Tom Brown here. Tom will be there tomorrow, as he's always there. His son Paul was playing last year corner forward, or was it in the half forward? I don't forget which. But he's now in America. But if he wasn't, I've no doubt that he'd be playing tomorrow. Tom, how do you see this game going tomorrow?
Well, the same as the rest of us now, hoping for the best and that to perform on the day, and that everything will go right. And a bit of luck on the day too, it's always helpful. I think every team needs a bit of luck too, and please God, everything will work out, and big celebrations tomorrow night.
We'll talk about the celebrations after the game is over. I think we'll leave that over. You were getting worried the last day for a while, Tom, were you?
Oh, very worried now coming up to the last. But fair play to the lads, they got stuck in and got the 2 important points that was needed when the draw was on. It was looking dodgy, like the 4 just went down and had a wide, and Western Gaels came up and scored then, so everything went well then. That was it now.
Well, that was the way it went anyway on the day, and it showed a strong point in Western Gaels' game to see them coming back, because they did look that they were struggling, and they hadn't had a match for maybe 2 months before that since they played Crowan, so it showed that they weren't going to lie down.
Well, this Western Gaels team has never lain down. They've had a number of years now. It's actually 2 or 3 years that team is building, and they never did. They came back several times over the years, the last 3 years, to win games. Be down and come back and win by a point and win by 2. They never lie down, this team. Never have. There's a lot of big-hearted players on that team, and I think they'll do it tomorrow on the big day as well. They never let us down.
Indeed, I don't expect they will myself, Tom. We'll have another man here, and he's been the cameraman all night, and that's Daniel. Daniel is the baby of the team. I think I think Daniel is shivering. I think he's a bit afraid here, but we have a few strong men to look after him. I have no doubt Daniel is not afraid. He's the only mid man on this team. So and I've no doubt he'll be wearing his Keepack jersey tomorrow. So Daniel, this is your first county final. I played one myself in 1979. I was 33. You're only 17. So how do you see this game going tomorrow?
It is, I don't know. Hopefully we can do it. If we stick in good and tight from the start, 60 minutes we'll get through it.
You have been training a lot. I noticed a lot of, more than Mrs. O'Gara here, a lot of dirty jerseys and socks and smelly socks around the house. So it looks like to me you're training all year.
Yeah, I've put in the effort now. We should be able to take the game. Trying all year since February. Hopefully go out with nothing.
You're playing on rasher tomorrow, I'm told. Is it sausage or rasher? What do you know about him?
He's old. I don't know. He played against us in French Park one day. He had a good game that day. I think Gary Ryan was marking. He was running all over the field. If I can keep tabs on him, that's my job done.
Well, running all over the field is one thing, but you will be trying to prevent him from taking points, I'm sure. Let him run away. You won't be letting him run away, no doubt, but he won't do much harm running behind the goals or above around his own goals.
No. I don't know. Keep tabs on him. That's my job done. So look at it.
That'll do. Well, thanks very much, Daniel. We have Seamus' sister here, Maureen. Maureen is she keeps them fed along with her mother, and I'm sure she does the washing. And we have a couple of more girls over there. Come over here, girls, and we'll have a word with you. We're going to get the ball in here. No. Are you worried?
Not a bit, no.
Not a bit.
What would I be worried for? Well,
Indeed, you would
if
not.
this rain keeps up, I might, because Cunny keeps falling in his arse when it's raining. So, I mean, we're going to have to do something with him if it keeps raining like that, but hopefully he'll be able to do
I see a man with a new set of cogs here. What are they for?
No, nothing, for show, when David's holding them. Well, if that's all it took, he should have got them a long time ago, the poor lady.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I was down there in his house this evening now, and he was testing them out on the tarmac macadam. So he has good, solid cogs in tomorrow, and he won't be on his backside, hopefully.
Fair play to him. Not until I get at him. Not until after the match.
Well, he might be thinking of, but you on your backside for that.
Promises. He's always promising, but he never has. He's poultry. He's always the same. I don't take any notice of him. He's always saying things like that. But no, they'll win it tomorrow. Of course they will. I mean, I think if they'd met this team at the beginning of the year, if it wasn't such an important match, they wouldn't be half as nervous about it. I mean, they just go out and they think, oh, yeah, of course we're going to get there. But because it's the final, obviously they're going to be more nervous. But I think they can beat them, definitely.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and I'd say they'll probably be a little bit nervous, but once the game starts, 2 or 3 minutes into it, the nerves will be gone, if no doubt.
Hopefully, yeah, they will. They'll be grand.
Well, thanks very much, Maureen. Claire is not going to talk to us, so we're going to head for the Dowd household down in where is it, Ballinfull. We have to probably wind up there tonight. Maybe we miss PCAS, but we're going to head up there now. And lads, the best of luck to you tomorrow. Thanks.
Oh yeah, pile of questions there.
I've nothing written, no. It's tomorrow's game, well, we would visit the Dowd household. This is the most famous family of footballers in the parish. I've no doubt. Larkin is the best known footballer in Western Gaels by a long shot. I think he has represented his county at minor, under 21 and senior, and his club at every level, every day he was required. Larkin, you're playing in your first intermediate final tomorrow, and you're playing a good season team, Clann Gael. You're a fit man. How do you see it going?
It's going to be the same as every other game, you know. You still have to go out and beat them. Clann Gael, they're an old wise team, but imagine with that playing in the Hyde, like lots of open space. That youth on our side and a bit of fitness should win out in for us, you know.
Have you seen them playing this year yet?
No, but I know a good few of them, like, you know, that Fran Nicholas there in the middle of the field, he'll take a good bit of watching. I know Fran must be 35 now, 36, but he's still well careful. I think one of the lads is telling me he was man of the match in their last 2 matches against Michael, so he'll take a bit of looking after, and of course to have Junior Mac in the corner, an old season campaigner. He'll be up to his old tricks, running riot, unless the boys can stop him, but see how it goes. Hopefully, you know, I think we're a better team, a younger team. I think we should win it, like.
Yeah, well, as you said there, you're a younger team, and the only one thing that I'd be afraid of myself would be the experience Clann Gael has. They're a very experienced team, and they've been playing, as you know yourself, in Connacht Championships and All-Ireland finals, and there's a good few of that panel now with the intermediates.
Yeah, there are. They've no doubt, like, you know, you have to say they have been around the block, like, and they're well used to playing important matches and stuff like that, but at the same time, like, we haven't lost last year's final to Ballinameen. I think lads will have gained a lot of experience, and getting over a jittery match with Follies in the semi-final, I think it'll do all the lads a world of good, like that. They'll have gained that valuable bit of experience, you know, playing in the spotlight as it was. So hopefully tomorrow, you know, they'll all settle down and play their normal game, and hopefully it'll all go okay.
Well, I suppose I haven't asked any of the other lads, and to put it on record, I'd like maybe that you'd run through the team yourself with us in case we don't get a chance, and your views on the lads that's playing tomorrow. You know the team. I don't know it offhand myself, but I know that I'm sure you have John McDermott in goals. He's recovered from injury, and I'll let you take it from there.
Well, John is in goals. He's back again after injury, so happy for him that he's going to be playing. Training last night, just kicking a few balls at him, and he seemed okay and seemed confident. Having ordered him that he doesn't seem to have any problem. And of course, you have the full back line, the three lads, Gary Ryan, Michael Duffy, and Adrian Frayne. Three of them seem to be gelling together well, and I don't think any of them is going to have any major problems. You won't knock too many stars out of Gary Ryan or Adrian Frayne. They're quite sensible and set in their ways, as is Mick Duffy. Out in the half back line, you have Michael Handley, Gary Neary, and you have to catch me here now. I can't remember. I think it's the fellow who's doing the video here, but Danny Varl. So they're the big grand, the three boys. They're young, I know that, and it's probably the most important game any of the three of them have played. But no need for them to get nervous ranting about it. It's just another game of football, and just play their natural game. They should be fine. Middle of the field, Ignatius and Kevin, two boys have been around as long as nearly as I have. The league definitely has been around as long as I have. Should be no problem to him at all to get stuck into the match, and he generally does. Kevin will give his usual 100%, and they're up against Fran Nicholas. I'm not sure who's playing with them, but as long as they can keep an eye on Fran Nicholas, stop his supply of ball going into the Clann forwards, I think they'll do okay. If they get 50-50 or 60-40 of the ball, I think it'll be enough for us to win. The half forward line, Jared Nolan, myself, Mick Cunningham. Two boys, Mick and Jared Nolan, played very well in I think it was the Crones game or the game before, and they got a lot of scores. Yeah, I think Jared was a wee bit nervous last day, but I just had a word with him the other night as well, and hopefully he'll settle down, and pop over a few scores, and guaranteed Cunny, as Mickey Frayne always says, he'll have a shot one after the other. If they go over, they go over. If they don't, Cunny will still try, but hopefully the two boys will do a good bit of scoring tomorrow. Myself, probably going to wind up being Mark Clann. I'm going to say they obviously don't know an awful lot about our team, but they'll be trying to look after me, but that suits me down to the ground because the other five lads will have a free hand as it was. Hopefully I'll take a back seat tomorrow and watch the lads perform and keep Clann Gael busy myself and let the other boys do all the scoring or whatever and let them win the game. Up the front, three big lads, Adrian Carty, Donald Ashley and Shane McGarra. Three of them well able to win a match on their own. Adrian Carty came on the last day and scored a great point from out in the wing off the bench. Just shows the interest he has in it, and I think Adrian tomorrow, I'm happy for him that started out there at the beginning of the year and he was off and he was on and he was off, and it's good to see him back there tomorrow, and hopefully it'll all go well for him. And Donald as well, he's travelling up and down as well to train, and he's well able to win plenty of ball, give it to him higher, give it to him low, and he's plenty of power to go around anyone. And as for Seamus, he's a whole different story. Seamus will do his own thing, and hopefully his frees will go well for him tomorrow, and he'll have a good day, and he'll get a few scores from play, and at the end of the day hopefully he'll have contributed enough to get an overall performance from the team that will have beaten Clann Gael.
Very good, Lorcan. And you have, of course, Mark Mitchell isn't starting tomorrow, or who was there? Was it Sean Neary that started the last day? And you have a range of players. P. Cass is still with the team, and Heidi Finn is still with them, and I think they have a few young lads there. Derek Moore. Let's see with the panel now.
Yeah, you have this, as Mickey said, the last couple of nights it's been 26, 27 training, and it's not 15 people that make up any single team. Anyone worth their salt involved in football will tell you that a team of 15 is actually made up of about 25, 26, 27 players, and it's good to see the likes, all the lads back again and showing a great interest in it. And Cass there now, he might retire again this year, but no doubt come next year he'll be back with the togs on again, ready for more football. But yeah, Mark Mitchell and Sean Neary. Sean haven't played the last day. It's and Paul, it's just it. You can only put out 15 players, and I remember not that many years back, when we were having trouble getting 15 players. Now it's gone to the stage where you have 28 fellas all vying for 15 positions, but the maths just don't add up. 15 guys have to go out, and possibility of 3 others coming on. So all you can say is if you get your chance, you get in, you take it, and at the end of the day, your middle, if you're a sub, is worth every bit as much as any guy's middle that was playing. You're still part and parcel of the whole package, and you had to be there during the year to help out with the entire team, and you know, it's no hassle not playing. Like, you're still part of the team.
And you have a new trainer this year now, Mickey Frayne. Mickey is his first year with the team, and has brought them to the county final, and congratulations to him. And no doubt he has put in a lot of hard work to it.
Yeah, Mickey was. He's been around this year. You know, he added another spectrum to the whole setup. Like, you know, he brought in some outside ideas, and like probably he had brought in something like, you know, no favoritism at all. He came down in the cold, as it was, to meet all the lads. He knew a few of us from before, but he started off from a base point that he was in there to do a job, and he said we'd try and maintain our position in the league and hopefully win the intermediate championship. We've already succeeded in the league, like, so tomorrow now we'll tell the story if we win the championship or not. And, you know, it'd be nice. You know, Mickey's first year in charge, a lot of people have said he's doing a great job. I'd agree with them. But, you know, just for Mickey, it'd be nice just to, you know, his first year in charge of us to be a winning manager. Like, you know, it's every manager's dream, I'd say, just to come in out of the cold and win a championship.
Well, Lurkin, you're a long time with the team, and as we said earlier on, I think I have a video of you playing in the Northern Final in a mucky, windy, wet day down in Kilmore in 1988, and we'll bring it out to you sometime, and we can have a look at it. You were only a Gosling at that time. You're a seasoned campaigner now. In the last county final, you apart from the junior final or the Championship B final, the whole end was in 1990. And if I remember rightly, you scored 2 goals on the day in the second half when we badly needed them. Can you recall them yourself?
I can recall one of them. Remember Tom Dowd coming up the wing.
He wasn't shouting, no?
No, Tom wasn't shouting. He was soling the ball up, praying, I suppose. And he just lorried the ball in on top of the forwards, and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time and caught it. And I think it was more of a case of being dragged to the ground and just threw the ball up and let fly it. Went into the top corner, went into the back of the net anyway. And I think we wound up winning by a point or two. I'm not 100% sure, but we basically came back from the dead that day, and it could have happened to anyone. Anyone could have been in the same position and got the ball. It just so happens it was me, and luckily it went into the back of the net and we won the game. So, you know, hopefully if the case rises again tomorrow and it happens again, I won't be sorry about it. I'll just be delighted if we win the match.
Well, Lurkin, I've always said it myself, and a lot of others have agreed with me, that you have shipped many a hard tackle for Western Gaels, and I'm hoping that you win your intermediate championship medal tomorrow, because I think nobody deserves it any more than you do. And I'd just like to wish you the very, very, very best tomorrow. We had a look at some of the All-Ireland medal earlier on tonight, and I know that you have a kind of minor medal with Roscommon. I don't know how many years ago it is, and when we're on we'd like to maybe put it on the tape when we have it here, if we can come across it. We forgot about it before we started the video, but if you don't mind showing it to us, there'll be other people looking at this, and maybe in 50 years time down the road when none of us are around, it'll be something to recall. And while you're looking for the medal, Lurkin, we'll have a word with the selector here, your father. Lawrence is here, and Lawrence, I know him, I remember seeing him playing. He must be a couple of years older than I am, because I remember seeing him playing when I was about 8 or 9, and he was, or 10 maybe, and he was playing good football at the time, and he played above in Gael, as far as I remember, with Jerry Finnerton and a few more. Would that be right, Lawrence?
That would be right. I first started first teams I really played with was there in Gabra and Birmingham, and then I came home and played with Carolina. And I remember Father Rourke coming down here and making me sign a transfer form for Western Gaels. It'd be roughly about...
Ballinagare would be at the time.
Well, Ballinagare, Western Gaels, yeah. It'd be 62, 63.
Oh, that would have been Western Gaels then, yeah.
So, I'm a member of Western Gaels since. So, I have some great fond memories of it. We won some matches. We lost some, of course, naturally enough. Hopefully that they'll all win tomorrow, and I just want to wish the team the best of luck tomorrow. In the 1990 final, I had more problems with those 3 of the family involved, Aidan and Cahill and Lurkin. So this year we're down to 1. So just to wish the team the best of luck in the intermediate final tomorrow. That's it.
All right, well, thanks very much, Lawrence. Okay, Daniel. He's back again with me here, and he has a lovely selection of medals, but among them are the Connacht minor medal of, what year was it, Lurkin?
1989. Against Galway, we beat them in replay. The Euro was sent off, Shane Curran's infamous penalty.
I remember indeed I was at it. And the medal one there is the junior championship in 1990, is that right?
Yeah, we still have it. It's the medal we got for the last championship victory, or final victory we had.
And you have the one on the right as we look at it from the camera, and there's an All-Ireland medal, you tell me?
Yeah, it's the All-Ireland Sigerson's medal.
Who'd you win that with?
UCG back in 1992. It's a very coveted medal. There's quite a few of that, or there's a few... we won it with UCG, but there's quite a few well-known footballers who have a few of them been on there. They're a nice position to have, and a lot of people who everybody who plays football in college always wants to get one. I was lucky enough to win one. Sure, it's them now.
Very good. So the next night we come out here, we're going to have a little vacant spot here for an intermediate, Roscommon Intermediate Championship medal.
Hopefully now.
With the help of God.
Help of God. Indeed.
She's the best supporter that Western Gaels have, and she's the bane of many a referee's life. And no doubt she'll be shouting for Western Gaels tomorrow. She has her flags up here behind me. And Maura, what have you to say to the team tomorrow?
I wish them all the very best, Jack. I just hope tomorrow night that we have the cup home to French Park, Ballygar, Tibohan, and every place that there's a child playing on or a boy playing on. We watched them for many years now, so we hope we reap the rewards tomorrow. And this banner here beside me, or behind me, we made the night, myself and PJ McGarry and Gerard Cooney, and we made it in the kitchen out there. And we were getting ready for the night they won the junior, yes, in 1990. So we have saved it ever since, and it's going to fly tomorrow, and I hope to God that it flies for many years. Thanks.
Tell me, the last time we were in the county final, I remember at half-time, your good husband came up with a concoction at hand. There was 9 pints. The team was 9 pints down. I think I gave him a hand to mix it. But will we have a concoction tomorrow, or we won't let them into the secret what was in it? I remember some of them, like Iggy Geraghty and a few of them, were spitting out after it. Do you remember that?
I do well. That was a good tonic.
It was.
That fired them up for the second half. And I hope that he has the same mixture tomorrow, because the nerves will be at them, and it'll be cold if it's anything to judge by tonight. Tonight is a bad windy night outside, the worst rain and wind of all times. So please God it'll cool off tomorrow and that we'll have a nice day.
Well, hopefully we will. We spoke with the man earlier on, Seamus Lavin, and Seamus played, I think it was a county final in November, and there was snow on the ground, so we were hoping that Michael Cunningham wouldn't get bogged down tomorrow if there was any snow, but it doesn't look like we'll have snow.
Oh, no, we'll have plenty of rain. It's floating the good bit tomorrow, round Hyde Park. But anyway, regardless of what the weather is, we hope we win. And I'm sure if it goes to Cunny and the boys, they'll put their heart into it, because we'll be shouting them on, and if they don't hear us, there'll be something wrong with their ears.
Very good, Maura, and thanks very much indeed. Hospitality of Maura. We had some stew before we left, and we're well fed now. We have now come to Jerry Cooney's here, our club chairman, and Jerry has been the club chairman for a number of years, and I've no doubt he's looking forward to tomorrow's match.
Looking forward to it indeed. It's a great honour to be chairman of the club at this time. It's our first intermediate final ever since the club was formed in 1962, and a lot of the lads that are playing tomorrow have been successful at underage. The club has gone fairly well the last number of years, especially since 1990, when we won the junior county final, and also that year, which was very important, we also won the under-14 county final. And a number of those players are playing tomorrow, and the fruits of a lot of hard work with those young lads is bearing fruit, and it's great to see it, and it's a credit to the lads that were involved in those underage teams. It's, as I say, it's a great honour. It's a proud moment for all the lads that are playing, and I've no doubt that they will do the club proud on the day, regardless of who the opposition are and where it is and conditions or whatever. They're trained hard under Mickey Frayne, who's coming to us this year, and very important, and he has done an awful lot of work and hard work, and it's a credit to him and a credit to the other selectors who were involved with the intermediate team, and a credit to the lads who have turned up for training on all kinds of weather conditions, different kinds of hours, early Sunday mornings, and they have done Trojan work, and it's a credit to them, and they are where they deserve to be, and that's in the county final tomorrow.
You mentioned earlier on about winning the under-14 championship, Jerry, and that some of the players are still playing with the club and playing in tomorrow's final. And can you recall who they were back then?
I can recall the final, definitely. It was in Tulsk back in 1990. They also indeed won the Gael Cup that year, now that I do remember. Players that come to mind readily are the likes of Donald Casserly, Kevin McCrann, who was the captain tomorrow. Adrian Carty playing that day, and the Neary lads, Gary, and I don't know, was it Sean or Gary, or both probably, and Paul Neary would have been around that time as well, and they have stuck with the football, and that's the important thing, and they've enjoyed it, and I think that they'll continue to enjoy it, and they're a great asset to any club to have those young lads coming up all the time.
Well, yeah, and there are a few of the lads who have come through and made the grade, and there's a few more that were there around in 1990, like Iggy and Lurkin and I suppose Michael Duffy, and they're still staunch supporters and players with the club and have been over the last 8 years.
Have been indeed, and always there, never let the side down. Yeah, there's a lot of players that played, I remember below in Kilmore they were beaten in Kilmore in a northern final on a very wet day. You can remember you could hardly see the picture on the camera. It was so wet. And remember a lot of those lads, including the likes of Lochran Dowd, that particular day, to my memory, I think he was only 16 years old that particular day. And my own brother Barry played that particular day too, and he was only 16 that day as well. Lurkin, of course, our county star, has done the club proud, playing for the county. We also have other young lads who have played minor for the county, Jared Nolan, for instance, and Gary Ryan, who has been played minor football last year, and you know it's a long memory, it's a long haul to come from 1988. We thought that we had a good enough team to win the county final that year, but we didn't. We came along in 1989, we thought we had a better team, but we didn't win it again. Lost to Castlereagh beyond in Tulsk. But these lads stuck together, and a lot of those lads are actually still going playing tomorrow, and they have stuck together 8 years later, and they're still together. And it's mighty for the club that they have stayed together. And I must say, not only have the players stuck together, but a lot of the officials have stuck together, waiting for this moment for tomorrow.
As well as that, I happened to notice there that there's the pitch has been developed in the last couple of years, and new lighting systems and a practice pitch, and there's a lot of development done around that area as well, Jerry.
There's a lot of development and a lot of money spent, and of course our lotto is going strong, and it's a credit to the people who are involved in the lotto that we have a few pounds together and that we can put in lights. We've spent a lot of money on the playing surface, even though you wouldn't know it today with the conditions that has been the last few months and all the amount of training that is on it. But we put up nets behind the goals. We have good dressing rooms, great dressing rooms, good fine big dressing rooms, showers, and of course we have the pitch at the side now, which is used for underage. The development is a thing that can go on and on and on. There's no end to it. You can keep making improvements year after year after year.
So now, Jerry, tell me, you have a message, I'm sure, for the players for tomorrow before they go out. They won't see this until after the game, but I'm sure you have a message for them.
The message is simple. I mean, you're good enough to win it, lads. You've worked hard for it. You have a good trainer. You have good selectors. The club is strong. I wish you the best of luck that could ever be known. You know that I have trained a lot of you in my time at different stages down through the years, and I know that you can do it, and I know that you will do it, and I wish you the best of luck.
Well, thanks very much, Jerry, and we wish the team the same from myself and Daniel here, and Connor. Connor is over in the corner. Connor, have you anything to say to us here? You must swing there, Daniel. Here we have the supporters club here, the Western Gaels #1 supporter and potential and future player, Connor. Connor, are you going to match tomorrow?
Yes, I am.
Well, who's going to win?
Western Gaels.
Very good. Who's going to be the best man on the team, do you think?
Looking doubt.
We'll have to agree with you. A lot expected of Larkin as always. You have your flag ready and all? Very good. So have you any message for them?
Win.
Win?
Yeah.
Hello. At all costs. Hello.
I'll do it, because I was the better team with you. I welcome you here. Are you on, Jack? Jack. All here to Roscommon Gaels. The game is about 4 minutes off starting. On the Clann Gael team is Dara Lennon, Keith Gavin, Paul Gavin, Antti McManus, Dara Declan Lennon, Dave Ward, Ray Fallon, Derry Shine, Frank Nicholson, Jerry Degnan, Michael Keenan, Kenny Pettis, sorry about that, and Keith O'Neill, and Porrick Norton, and Eamon McManus Jr. That is the Clann Gael team. The Western Gael team is, they're playing as I think they were selected there. Here, John McDermott, Adrian Fain, Michael Duffy, Gary Ryan, Michael Hanley, Gary Neary, Daniel Farrell, Iggy Geraghty, Kevin McCran, Michael Cunningham, Lurkin Dowd, Jerry Nolan, Adrian Carty, Dolan Castley, and Shamie O'Gara. There's two newcomers in here for Western Gaels that didn't play again Fáiles the last day is Dolan Castley and Adrian Carty. They didn't start the last day. Sean Neary and Mark Mitchell is not playing today, but they're in the subs. Well, Sean is in England at the moment. He wasn't able to get home for it. But I wish Western Gaels the best of luck in this, because I hope to win it, because but it's all got to do on the day of the playing, because you know nerves will come in. It doesn't matter what you do about it, nerves will creep in, and you'll do your best to keep it out, but it will creep in. It's a very big occasion, this, and they're playing again in Owl Stager is Clann Gael. We met them and they're hard bet. They will be hard bet, but I still say that Western Gaels will beat them, because they have the better talent in their line out. Nice crowd here today. It's the sun is shining. There's a strong breeze. I don't know how the toss is yet, or did they toss it up? There's a change from the programme on the Clann Gael team. It's Declan Lennon that's playing instead of Justin Lennon.
Welcome today to Dr. Hyde Park for the intermediate county final between Clann Gael and Western Gael. The teams lined out as follows. Clann Gael in goal, Darren Lennon.
The fields as well. He's tackled here by Paul Gavin, but Paul Gavin fouls him. It's a free for Michael Cunningham that's going to take it for Western Gaels. Western Gaels is playing against the Breeze at the moment. No, it's Seamus Lavin has come out to take this. He's taking it off the ground. Sorry about the man that's announcing at the moment, but he'll be stopped in a minute.
Michael Hanley, Karen Leary and Daniel Farrell, midfield Ignatius Garrity and Kevin McCran. Half forward line Michael Cunningham, Norton Down.
Seamus Lavin comes up. It's a great point by Seamus Lavin. The first score to Western Gaels. A good score from Seamus Lavin against the Breeze. Clann Gaels goalkeeper is setting up the ball now. Dara Lennon. Dara is about to kick this ball. There's a bit of shoving off the ball by Michael Hanley and Pettit. Ball is kicked out to the centre of the field again. The Lockern is in. Lockern Dowd missed it. It goes through them all. It comes to the corner forward for Clann Gael. Number 15 is Eamon McManus Jr. Eamon McManus Jr. kicks it back to Pettit. Pettit has the ball. He's tackled. He still has the ball. He passes it out to Degnan. Degnan passes across. Goes across the field to the other corner forward. It passes back again to Pettit. Pettit passes it into the centre field to Darashine. That was wide from Clann Gael. Sean McDermott has the ball now. He's about to set up this first kick out for him today. There's a nice crowd here now. There's scattering in. Nice crowd between Western Gaels and Clann Gael. Ball is kicked out to the centre of the field. It's punched away by Darashine. Darashine passes it into their number line, Michael Keenan. Pass it by Iggy Garrett has it. Iggy Garrett kicks it on to Kevin McCran. Kevin McCran has it. Kevin McCran is going through with the ball toe to hand. He's still going through. No man is coming to take. Your man blocks it down. Number 3, Paul Gavin, but it comes to Dolan Cassidy. Dolan Cassidy kicks it across here, but he went to kick it to Lockern, but it's over the sideline. Kevin McCran should have released that ball a bit faster. It was blocked down. It's the centre half back comes for Bashki, and Lockern has it for Western Gaels. It's Kevin McCran is going through it. He passes the crack to Jerry Nolan. Jerry Nolan goes for the score, and Jerry Nolan gets a score. Good quick pass from Kevin McCrack to Jerry Nolan that time. That's the way to play football. At least the ball quick and let the other lads work as well with you. That's the way to get on with the game. That's 2 attacks for Western Gaels and 2 points for them. Darry Lennon is kicking out this ball again for Clann Gael. He has a good kick out. It's right into the centre of the field. Up the goal. Lockern misses it. Pettit misses as well for Clann Gael. It's passed out to Iggy Garrity. Iggy Garrity passes up along the line. It's going very near the sideline and it's over the sideline. Missed by Seamus Lavin, but Dawson didn't give him a lot of work to do to get that ball. The kick out is kicked out by Kieran Gavin. Down to the centre of the field again. Gary Neary gets in under it. He missed it. It's a free up. Danny Farrell has taken it. No, pass it back to Lockern. Lockern is kicking this free. He kicks it into Seamus Lavin. Seamus Lavin passes it back again to Lockern. Lockern passes it into Nolan. Nolan missed it. Lockern has it again. Lockern passes it into Nolan again. Nolan is coming through again. Nolan passes it into Michael Cunningham. Dolan Castle punches over the bar. No, it's wide. It's wide. Oh, it's wide. I thought that was a score, but it's wide. It's wide. I thought there was a goal on there for a minute, but the umpire has waited wide. He punched the ball. It was wide.
So they have one miss each now. Darragh Lennon is kicking out this ball again. Good kick into the centre field again. Iggy Garrity's under it. No, Derek Shine is under it. Pettit has it. Number 10 has it for Clann Gael Pettit. He passes it in. Gary Neary comes across. Gets the ball well. Reads the game well. Passes it out to Iggy Garrity. Iggy Garrity passes it back to Gary Ryan. Gary Ryan passes it into Kevin McCran. Kevin McCran has the ball now. Kevin McCran kicks a high ball into Donald Castle. Donald Castle is in under. Donald Castle fields it well. Donald Castle turns. He passes it out to Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham goes for the score. Michael Cunningham misses. That's two misses. That's two misses from Western Gaels. Western Gaels has all the play at the moment. Darragh Lennon is passing out, kicking out this ball again. Pass kick into the centre of the field. Kevin McCran shoves him on the back, gets away, but he doesn't. Frank Nicholson. Farn Nicholson. It's taken by their Ward in it, but Michael Duffy reads the ball well. Michael Duffy comes out and collects the ball. Michael Duffy passes it out to Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham passes it across to Iggy Carty. Lockendowd is on the ball. Lockendowd passes it in. It's blocked away. Anthony McManus gets the ball. He's fouled by Lockendowd. It's a free down the field. Anthony McManus has taken this ball out of his hand down the field, down to the centre field. In goes Gary Neary, missed it. Keena has it. He passes it into their full forward has a Norton. Norton is going Clann Gaels. Porrick Norton, he kicks it out his hand and over the bar. That's the first score for Clann Gael. John McDermott has set up this ball again. He's looking around, the ref is waving at him to kick out the ball. He's come up and kicks it into the centre field, a good kick in. They're all in under it. Lockendowd goes in, blocks it down. Iggy Garrity has it, he's down the ground. The free in needed to release the ball. Eamon McManus has taken this. Number 11 for Clann Gael is Eamon McManus. He kicks a short one. Short one into Shine, or to Frank Nicholson. Frank Nicholson, a high ball, just out wide. That's a wide ball from Frank Nicholson. Fan Nicholson for Clann Gael. That should be a score from them. John McDermott setting up this ball again. John has taken a good bit of time to get this kick out. Kicks it out again to the centre field. They're all in under. Danny Farrell gets it. Danny Farrell comes and gets it well. He's harassed by Pettit. Pettit gets it away from. He passes it back to Farron Nicholson again. Michael Cunningham is pulling him in. He should be a free in. And the ref, it's Adrian Fain that was pulling him, but the free in to Declan Lennon. It's their Norton again, their full forward that's taking this ball, taking this free. Will he be a score? Yes, it is a score. It's two misses each and 2 points apiece. It's 2 all. It's 10 minutes gone in this game. John McDermott has set up again. He's taken a lot of time to kick out this ball. He kicks it again into the centre of the field. They're in under him. McManus doesn't get it, but their number 6 Shine gets it. Shine gets blocked away from it. Still on the ground. No one has it yet. Pettit is running after it. No, it's not Pettit. Degnan that has it. He gives a free again on whatever. He gives a free again. Jerry Degnan passes it back to Michael Duffy. Michael Duffy kicks it out to Gary Ryan. Gary Ryan has the ball. He's coming on a sole run. He's so to hand still. Your man is after him, but he gets it away from him. He mixes it up. It's back to Luckandowd. It's a free again. It isn't again Loughlin, it's again some of them that prop their foot. Either, I don't know which of them, but it doesn't matter. It's the ball is kicked in again to the corner. Gary Ryan goes back. It's over across the sideline. It's a line ball for Western Gaels. This game has gone scrappy at the moment. It's kicked across to Gary Neary. Gary Neary has the ball. Gary Neary kicks a long ball out to Luckandowd. Luckandowd comes and gets it. Luckandowd punches it into Iggy Gerrit. Iggy Gerrit has it. Iggy Gerrit has gone to Sullivan. He passes it out to Jerry Nolan. Jerry Nolan has it. Jerry Nolan tops the ball. Your man is after him, still after him. Jerry Nolan is coming across the field. He passes it into number 5, Michael Hanley. Michael Hanley is followed. Michael Hanley overcarries the ball. I cannot understand Western Gaels. This short passing that won't pass in the ball to Donald Castle. He has won every ball inside in the full forward line that has kicked into him. He has bet this Paul Gavin for every ball that he has been kicked in, any ball that has been kicked in. They're passing. This ball is coming down the field again. Gary Neary is on. He punches away from Eamon McNair's yours. Declan Lennon has it, but it's a foul for Frank Nicholson. It's a foul again. Frank Nicholson. He's down hurted at the moment. He's up. He's getting up. He's up. The ref is telling the good bag go back again. The cure bag is kick. A bad kick now. It's a bad kick into Clanagale. It's blocked down by Kevin McCran. It's a line ball for Clanagale. Fallon has taken this for Clanagale. He kicks a high ball into Michael Duffy's and I missed it. It goes across all their head. John McDermott comes out and collects it. John McDermott kicks a high ball into the centre of the field. They're all in on this. Punched away from Michael Hanley. Van Nicholson has it again. He gets it into their full back or to the corner forward. David Lennon kicks it across. Goes for a score, but it's wide. I see Loughlin has moved down into the. He's below on the talking to John McDermott. John McDermott setting up the ball. Loughlin is coming out again, running from. John is still said he takes a lot of time to kick out this ball, but he's in under it, kicks a high ball into the centre of the field again. They're all up in under. Loughlin is up under, it's blocked away. It comes down to Eamon McManus Jr. Eamon McManus Jr. has it. He's taught to hand. They're after him. He hops the ball. Loughlin pulls on. He gets away from 3 of them. Iggy Gerrit, he comes across. He goes for a score. That is a good score from Eamon McManus Jr. He just went through with it with 3 of the Western Gaels people there and held on to the ball. That's 3-2 at the moment in favour of Clanagale. You don't give him a McManus. You have to keep tight up on him like him because he will score if he gets to it. John McDermott is setting up this ball. The ref is on to him again to hurry on with it. He's waving at him again to come on with the ball. He kicks it out. He kicks it out to the centre of the field again. Loughlin goes in again, breaks it down. It's all broke away from them all. It's very sloppy. It's a free. It's a show in by Degnan. Degnan passes it in, but it comes across Fallon. Fallon kicks across again to Degnan. Degnan has it for Clanagale. Degnan is on his knees. He gets up with the ball. He passes it back again to. Kevin McCran intercepts the ball. Kevin McCran is coming on solo and pick out. It's in across the whole of the heads. Their cornerback comes back. Gavin backs it out to Frank Nicholson. Frank Nicholson has it for Clanagale. He kicks a long relieving ball down. Eamon McManus Jr. has got inside Gary. And it scores. It's another score. It's another score from Eamon McManus Jr. Gary left him on his own. You shouldn't leave the likes of him on his own. Ward is down for Clanagale. He seems to be hurted. Davy Ward is down for Clanagale. The game is 15 minutes on, and it's 4 points to 2 for Clann Gael. 3 misses for Clann Gael and 2 for Western Gaels at the moment. They come out the stretcher in. It was when he released the ball it happened, or just when he was releasing the ball. It seems that his leg is badly hurt. They're going to carry him off. Number 19 is coming on for Kenneth Shine. That's coming on. Kenneth Shine. That's coming on for Clann Gael. Big lad. I hope this lad is okay. They're holding his leg at the moment because he's a nice little footballer. It's a kick out by John McDermott at the moment. Kicks it out. Pettis is running forward with Danny Farrell. Pettis shoulders Danny Farrell off the ball. Pettis kicks it along in a low ball. It's a shove in the back by Gary Ryan. Gary Ryan fouls his man O'Neill. Ball is kicked in again. Gary Ryan is on the miss it. Michael Duffy is in with Norton. Norton passes it out to Eamon McManus Jr. Eamon McManus has it. He's toe to hand. He's still toe to hand. Gary is on him, keeping him, shoving him out the field, but it's kicked across here to the centre half back. There's Shine passes in the ball. It's a block down between Luck and Dowd and but Lucken isn't playing full back. But it's a free out for Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham and Lucken is blowing the back line for Western Gael. Well, he kicks it across the ball to Iggy Gerrity. He gets it. Iggy Gerrity is it now. Iggy Gerrity holds onto the ball a bit wide, but he gets away with it. It's a crash to Kevin McCran. Kevin McCran gets in under it. Gets a free for Kevin McCran. Kevin McCran kick a quick ball quick. He kicks it into Carty. Carty has it. He kicks it over to Seamus Lavin. Seamus Lavin comes for it and collects it. Seamus Lavin is still blocked off. He's still blocked off. It's a bad pass, a dangerous pass in between Michael Cunningham and Shine. Shine Adrian Friend is pulling out here, man, but he gets away with it. He's around him. He passes it into Eamon McManus Jr. Eamon McManus Jr. is down the ground. He's up again. He passes it across to Farrell Nicholson. He missed it. Gary is in. Gary Neary's in the free to Gary Neary. Gary gets a free. Lucken wants to take him, but no. He kicks it to Lucken. He kicked into Lucken. Lucken kicks a high ball into Donny Castle. Donny Castle breaks it well. Iggy Carty was going through it. He passes it. It's a great save from their number 15. Number 15 had come up. Or no, it's the man that came on Shine for Ward. He just blocked it down on the right time. Donny Castle comes under this. Donny Castle has it. Donny Castle gets around the full back. He's going in toe to hand. He's still toe to hand. He's still toe to hand. He passes it across. It's a dangerous ball into Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham has it. Michael Cunningham goes for a score. Michael Cunningham gets the score. I'll tell you at the moment, Western Gaels is making hard work of the game. The way they're delaying their passing and passing bad passes in. Even that Michael Cunningham got a point there. He was under pressure to get it, because it wasn't a great pass from Donny Castle to him. Lennon kicks out the ball again to the centre field. Iggy Gerrity's in under it. Iggy Gerrity collects it. Iggy Gerrity's on the ground. Iggy Gerrity goes to kick it, but he kicks a block down by Lucken Dowd has it at the moment. Lucken Dowd is going a toe to hand. Lucken Dowd is still on the ground. He gets up and passes it back to Iggy Gerrity. Iggy Gerrity has it. He kicks in the ball to Jerry Nolan. Jerry Nolan is in under. Jerry Nolan gets it. Jerry Nolan is going through. He kicks a score. It's wide. That is 4 misses. 3 misses for Western Gaels and 4 for Clann Gael. Minutes gone. Lennon is kicking out this ball again for Clann Gael. He kicks into the centre of the field. They're all in under it again. It's broke up by Loughren. It's up in the air. There's centre back. Shine comes. The Pettit comes and gets it. Loughren handles the ball on the ground, and Loughren doesn't get away with it. The ref gives a free. He's seen it. Shine has taken this for Gael. He kicks it across here to their number 7. Ray Fallon has it. Michael Cunningham has gone with him, but the ball gets away from him. He kicks it back. That's a kick on the ground from Gary Neary to Eamon McManus Jr. Eamon McManus, the ball was kicked in. Gary kicked it away by the ball. He kicked into the corner to Norton. Norton has gone round Duffy, but the ball is going to beat him to the sideline, to the in-line. It does. It's still, the game is 4-3 for in favour of Gael. It's his knee, this lad that went off, Ward lad that went off, his knee's all bandaged up at the moment. John McDermott's kicking out this ball again. John is in under it, kicks it into the centre of the field, a good ball into the seat. They're all in under it, they all miss it, it goes across all their head. Shine is going with it, but it comes away with Kevin McCran. Kevin McCran gets the ball. Kevin McGran is looking for someone to make space for him. He gets it into Jerry Nolan, miss it, but it's Shemi O'Gara has it. Shemi O'Gara has a quiet game up to so far. Shemi O'Gara is going through his sword to hand. He passes it back to Michael Cunningham. That should be a score, and it is a score. It is a score. 4 each now at the moment. Lovely pass back by Shemi O'Gara to Michael Cunningham, giving him plenty of room to score that one. Lennon is kicking out this ball again he takes a long run to this one. Kicked in high, it's into the centre field. Michael Cunningham is on, it's punched away, but Anton McManus has it. He's pulled and dragged by Iggy Carty. Iggy Carty is free, kicks across to Ray Fallon. Ray Fallon has the ball for Gael. He kicks it across between Norton and Michael Duffy. Michael Duffy wins it. Michael Duffy, he loses the ball. Michael Duffy gets away with it. Eamon McManus gets it. Eamon McManus goes for a score. Eamon McManus misses. Michael Duffy was lucky that time. He caught a great ball. He let it fall out of his hand and rolled across his back, and Norton stood looking at him. It's a free again, or it's a kick out for Western Gaels. John McDermott is again. They're all in under it. It's very quiet now. Kicks us to the sideline to Michael Handley. Michael Handley is underneath, but it's punched away. It's a free in because your man Dignan gets up on his back and punches the ball away. Adrian Frayne has the ball. No one is running for him at all. Now Donald Castley runs. It's between the two of them, but Donald Castley wins it. Passes to Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham is away on a solo run. Michael Cunningham is cutting through them. Michael Cunningham goes for another score. And Michael Cunningham gets another score. Well broken away there from Donald Castley from this Paul Gavin. This Paul Gavin is a good footballer. Donald done well to break the ball away to Michael Cunningham. A nice score from Michael Cunningham there. This is the ball is kicked out again to the centre of the field. The centre of the field, it's Loughren Dowd that has the ball. Loughren Dowd has the ball. It's Sottot and they're still walk around him. And it's kicked across here the field to Kevin McCran. Kevin McCran kicks a high ball, lob and ball in. It's punched on, but well read by their cornerback. Keith Gavin. Keith Gavin passes it out to the fullback. The fullback is out to number 7 to Ray Fallon. Ray Fallon has it now. Number 6, Shine. Dara Shine. Passes it up along the line. It's still not over the line. It's still he passes it in here to Danny Farrell. Danny Farrell kicks it in. Or Michael Hanley that kicks it in a high ball to Donny Castle. Donny Castle wins this one again. It's broke away from it. It's a free in. It's a free in for Western Gael. Shemi O'Gara is coming out. There's a man injured. Is Pettit. Better for Clanny Gael is down at the moment.
At the moment, this afternoon, the double game, big game, the Connacht Cup semi-final between Roscommon Gaels and Roscommon champions and Western Gaels and Clann. And I'll be joined in commentary for that match by Roscommon team manager Gael Sheeran. Seconds on the way at 2:45. So at the moment here at Hartledge, the sun is shining. It's a pleasant afternoon. It's almost half-time. It's back for 4 minutes. After the opening game. So far, it's good news for Western Gaels. The Penny gets the freeze the opening half, and the Lady finds single point. Western Gaels 5, it's Penny Gaels 4.
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah. Pettis is up again and it seems to be alright for Clanny Gael. Seamus Lavin is in under this ball. It's a free, it's about 45 yards out. Kicks it a high ball, it's going. No, it hits the post, you know, it hits the ball, but the umpire said it was wide. There's about 25 minutes gone on this, so there will be a bit of stoppage in it. There's about 25 minutes gone in this game. Darry Lennon is kicking out this ball again for Clanny Gael. It's a grand day here today, the sun is shining. It's a high ball into the far and it's blocked away. Locken blocks away from the ball, but Ray Fallon has it. Ray Fallon backs it back to McManus. It's a dangerous ball, it gets away, but McManus Jr. gets it away. Number 15 has it. Number 15 is found by Kevin McCran. Darry Lennon, Declan Lennon kicks it high ball into Norton, and Norton is on it, it's blocked away. Danny Farrell gets it out. To Shine at centre field for Clanny Gael. Clanny Gael is toe to hand. He kicks it. This a high ball in. Is it over or wide? The ball is wide. Ball is set up again by John McDermott. John McDermott is setting up this ball again. It's still a very quiet, no excitement to this game yet. It can be any man's game yet, or any. They're all bunching. It's a very much bunch around the centre of the field. John McDermott is kicking this ball again. It's a good high ball into the centre field. He can get it, he comes for it. He can get it, miss it. Gary Ryan gets under. Gary Ryan passes out to Lucker. Lucker is away on his own run. He's followed up. He's still being followed by. Lucker is still going through. Lucker doesn't get a free. He should have, but he doesn't get a free. He should have passed the ball. And he walked into 3 men. And you don't do that with Clanny Gael. They will not let you through. He passes it down to their number 13, O'Neill. It's a free again. O'Neill, it's kicked a shot into Seamus Ryan. Seamus Ryan has it, or Seamus Gara has it up to Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham turns it back to Seamus Gara. Seamus Gara goes for the score. Seamus Gara misses. Lucken is sore at the moment. It's a bad miss there now. It should be a. It's kicked out again by Darry Lennon. I see that put in Pettit's corner forward. It's kicked out against the centre field. Lockendau goes in under Lockendau, fails it well. It's passed in to young Nolan. Young Nolan sails it out to Seamus Gara. Seamus Gara goes to kick it. Seamus Gara gets a free. A man pulled him. Seamus Gara. Now this could be scored. It's about 35 yards out to the left of the post. Out to the right of the post, sorry, to the right of the post. Seamus coming up, kicks it. He's on target, good score from Seamus Gara. That's 6-4 at the moment. Clann Gael hasn't scored in the last 10 minutes. 5 minutes apiece. The win is coming up again, and Clann Gael is playing with the win at the moment. Darryl Lennon is under this ball. He's about to kick it. Kicks into the centre field, coming to the sideline here. Frank Nicholson is on under, he missed it. Back to Ray Fallon. Ray Fallon gets the ball in. It's split in, no man has it yet. It's punched away. Michael Hanley gets it out. He has it. Kicks it in here to Seamus Gara. Seamus Gara missed it, but Jerry Nolan went in behind him. Jerry Nolan has it. Jerry Nolan is on a sole run sheet. Passes it back to Seamus Gara. Seamus Gara has it. Seamus Gara tries to go through. He doesn't get her free. No, it's coming in by Donny Castley. Donny Castley has it. Donny Castley passes it back again to Lucan. Lucan has it. Lucan missed it, but Lucan goes back and collects it. It's kicked in a low ball. It's into Pettit. He's down in the back line, kicks it out. He get it. He goes to kick it. He kicks it back to Lucan. Lucan is looking up. Lucan tries to pick out a man. He doesn't. He picks out Ray Fallon. Ray Fallon kicks it here to Adrian Frayne. Adrian Frayne has the ball. Adrian Frayne goes to toe-to-hand. He passes into Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham goes to turns once, turns twice. He gets away. Ball back into Seamus Gara. Seamus Gara goes for a score. Seamus Gara gets a score. That's a good score from Seamus Gara. In the last couple of minutes, Western Gaels playing well at the moment. They have gone 3 ahead now. It's 4-7 at the moment. It's half-time. Nice crowd here at the moment. Mickey Frayne and Noel Creighton. It's often to see how is this game going. Gael, what do you think of this game so far?
Well, I think at the moment I would think that if Western Gaels get the ball into that Clann defence, that they'll win the game. They seem to be messing about a bit too much around the middle of the field, and I think that Larkin's probably playing too far away from the goals at the moment. But I think if they get the ball in there, that's a great chance of winning this game. But Clann Gael will never not be out of it once and Junior and Fran and those boys get the ball, because they're very cute with it and they don't waste it. I think that young Cunningham has kicked 3 great scores, and Seamus O'Gara, between the two of them there, they seem to pass well between them. They know what they're at, and if they keep operating with those two at the moment anyway, there's a good chance that they'll probably stick over another couple of points. And I think if they get the pressure off them, they'll probably win this game by 5 or 6 points.
They're playing, but the football, what do you think of the football standard gear now at the moment?
Well, the pitch is fairly heavy now, regardless of how it looks from here. Looking down, there's a nice coat of green grass on it, but the pitch is very, very heavy, and the bounce isn't that through with the ball. The standard football at times has been pretty good, but at times then it is mediocre enough. Gaels, if they keep moving the ball fairly long, they'll win the game. But I still go for the Gaels to win it. But their style of play has to improve a little bit by putting the ball in quicker into the full forward. If Cass gets a few more in there, I think he'll probably stick a couple of points. But if the pressure gets off, they'll win it with a few scores, you know.
Castley, they're not inclined to feed Castley at the moment. They're holding it up around the centre of the field. They're passing a good bit of the ball around. Do you think that, Gael?
That's right, Penny. They seem to be going over and back across the field with the ball rather than being a bit more direct. And if they do push it and put it in, they have 3 fellas in there that are scoring, free scoring. If they put the ball inside and put pressure on that Clann defence, I think that Clann are okay when the ball starts to break. They're good at working it out and that. But if Western Gaels start be a bit more direct with the ball, put into Cass and go in after the break, Seamus O'Gara will stick another couple of points.
That's lovely, Gael. I have to say congratulations for Brayton Kerry the last day here. You had a great win yourself for your selectors. A good game of football, I suppose. Was that the game?
It was a good game, Benny. I think that
what we had during the summer seems to be carrying over a little bit. But what we'll be afraid of now is that we have to maintain that. I know every time you play a strong team, you tend to up their game for it. Now we're playing Limerick the next day. The last time we played them, we beat them by 12 or 14 points below in Bruff. So, I mean, everybody's going to be thinking about last year's performance and thinking that's going to happen again. But I keep saying, this time of year, and as you can see yourself, the pitch isn't that fast out there. No matter where you go, the pitches won't be fast. So every game you go out to now, you have to grind out a result. But we'll be looking for 8 points before Christmas to look forward to the new year.
Thank you, Gael. That was lovely. Thank you. I wish you would look on next Sunday to beat Limerick in the game.
Thanks very much, man. Yeah, here you're going down making a long weekend out of it yourself. Same with the brother and Dennis, is that right? And playing golf in Lahinch, is that right?
No, not. I have money like that to go away like that, Gael.
Well, no, I heard you were going to sell in a couple of bullocks that have the Martin Elfin open.
No, Gael isn't a farmer, but if he wants a couple of my bullocks, he can have them. I'm welcome.
I think if any of your bullocks come down Norway, they'll be sunk.
Eamon McManus Jr. has the ball. He's fouled at the moment. He kicks the ball into them to Declan Lenihan. Declan Lenihan, he hops the ball. He tries to get the ball across, but Adrian Frayne walks it, gets down on his foot, and it's free for Adrian Frayne. Adrian Frayne and himself shoves him one of the odds. He makes him go back. Adrian Frayne is going to kick this ball out of his hands. Comes up and kicks a high, great ball down the field. Down in comes in. Loughlin gets in under the wall. Loughlin passes it into Donald Castle. Oh, just misses it at the last. It was a grand pass by Loughlin. The ball is passed out again to Ray Fallon. Ray Fallon kicks down the ball here to Adrian Frayne Bates, his man. He gets it. Iggy Garrett, he comes across and gets it. Iggy Garrett here for West Wales. He kicks in the ball into the corner back, comes out to Anti McManus. Anti McManus passes it out to Fallon. Fallon passes into Declan Lennon. Fran Nicholson has it. Passes it into Michael Keegan. Passes it back again to it's in again to Michael Keegan. He gets away. Comes out. Comes Gary Ryan. Gary Ryan has the ball at the moment for Western Gael. He passes out to Iggy Garrett. Iggy Garrett passes it over to Michael Cunningham. Or Michael Hanley. Michael Hanley has the ball. Michael Hanley toe to hand. Michael Hanley kicks in a high ball, but it doesn't connect with Donald Castle. There was no way Donald could get that ball. Game is kicked out again by Darrell Lennon he's kicking it again the breeze this time. Kicks it again the breeze. He gets down under it. He kicks a good kick out to the centre of the field with again the win. In comes Loughlin. Loughlin fields it over the ball and gets in with the ball. He goes for the score. Does he get a score? No, just wide, just barely wide now. Passed out the ball. Loughlin is beginning to dominate around his full forward position, or not full centre forward position. He has caught two balls that have come out in the second half. The goalkeeper is kicking out to this side of the field now at the moment. Kicks it again. Doesn't get as long this time. Kevin McCran comes from. Kevin McCran gets it. Kevin McCran feeds it back to Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham slows it up, goes for a score. Does Michael get a score? Michael gets a score. Good score from Michael Cunningham. Good score from Michael Cunningham. Good score. That's 4 points ahead. They're going to head now at Clann Gael. They seem to be doesn't one attack let down the field yet. They have brought they put in across here the field to Jerry Nolan. Jerry Nolan is in under it. Jerry Nolan goes to he taught hand, he passes in to Shimmy Gara. Shimmy Gara has it. Shimmy Gara is being watched by Ian Gavin, or not Ian Gavin, Kieran Gavin, but he kicks across to Keith Gavin. He kicks across to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper has it for back to Anthony McManus. Anthony McManus has it coming out toe to hand. They're trying to walk this ball up the field. There's no one making space for him. He passes it back into Ray Fallon. Ray Fallon has it into their full-back Paul Gavin. Paul Gavin has it. He toe to hand. He gets it. Doesn't get it up the field. It's still on the ground. It's in. Here comes Gary Neary. Gary Neary comes out with the ball. Gary Neary gets it. He goes toe to hand with it. He gets it away to Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham goes to kick his block down. Back again. Michael is passed out here to Seamus O'Gara. Seamus O'Gara is running for the ball with Keith Gavin. Keith Gavin is on him, but Seamus O'Gara gets it. Seamus O'Gara turns the toe to hand once, toe to hand twice. He gets it by Gavin. Gavin, he blocks it up then. He goes, it's Degnan has it. Degnan has it. He passes out into Declan Lennon and to Pettit. Danny Farrell comes and collects the ball. Danny collects it, passes it back to Iggy Gerrit. He gets it down the field. This ball into Johnny Castle. Johnny Castle gets in, but it's blocked down. Fran Nicholson broke away from Michael Cunningham is on the ground. He won't get a free. He'll get a free again. He went for a free and he didn't get a free. He's holding on to the ball. Michael Cunningham is getting his name taken. Ridiculous not releasing the ball. 5 minutes in the second half gone. It's 8-4 at the moment. The breeze has got to be getting stronger in this half. It's like if there's going to be a shower. They're bringing out, they're changing about, they're putting in their, they're bringing out Keith Gavin and putting in Ray Fallon in the corner. Ray Fallon is going back in the corner. It's kicked in here between Pettit and Danny Farrell. Danny Farrell gets it well. Danny Farrell is fouled. Danny Farrell got up and Pettit was pulling out home, but Danny got it. He gives it in to Kevin McCran. Kevin McCran takes the free, but Tony Castle pulls down the full back Paul Gavin, he takes the ball quick by Shine, Danny Shine passes back to the centre back, Shine as well. The ball is kicked in here to their full forward. The full forward has it, but he doesn't get it. It's still on the ground. Up comes Frank Nicholas in the motor ball. He passes back to Norton, has it now, their full forward. He goes to go through Gary Ryan. Gary Ryan, he goes for a score. He misses it. Gary Ryan policed him very well there. He didn't let him get inside him. John McDermott is cleaning the ball. He's setting it up now. He has the wind behind him this time. Gael is warming up a man at the moment. Down to the centre of the field again, but Danny Farrell gets in under the well and Pettit comes in behind him. Danny drops it, but he goes back and collects the ball again. It's kicked into Gary Neary. Gary Neary has the ball now. Gary Neary gets rid of the ball to get Kevin McCran. Kevin McCran has the ball. Kevin McCran is going to Sullivan. He should pass that ball quicker. He gives... Michael Cunningham comes. The ball is handled on the ground. He gets away with it and he sends it wide. Lennon is kicking out this ball again for Western Gaels, or for Clann Gael. He's in under, he kicks it out to the sideline here. Jerry Nolan comes from it. Should be a sideline ball. It is a sideline ball. They're trying to keep the ball away from the centre field, but it's working for Clann Gael. That's out to Cassie. Locker Dowd is in under it. Locker is in under it. He's going to take this sideline. Locker is going to take it. Mickey Frayne stand behind him. Locker goes for a score. Back to Johnny Castle. Johnny Castle hits a little wild ball across to Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham is under it. Michael Cunningham has the ball. Michael Cunningham goes for a score and Michael Cunningham kicks it wide. That's 3 misses from Western Gaels in the second half. And 10 minutes gone. Clann Gael hasn't scored since the last 20 minutes, or the 20 minutes on in the first half. Refus, ball is kicked out into the field. In goes Loughlin. It comes off at the top of his head. In, but Gary Near, Kevin McCran has it. Kevin McCran is going through with the ball. It's shouldered away from. It's blocked down. It's down the ground at the moment. No one has it. No one still has it. They're all going for it. It's kicked out the other field. Loughlin comes for it. Loughlin has it. Loughlin goes for a score. Loughlin doesn't get a score. Number 18 is going in for Clann Gael. He's Paul Murray. I don't know who's coming off at the moment. Big lad. I don't know who's coming off. It's Pettit that's coming off. Pettit is coming off. It's out again to Fan Nicholson. Fan Nicholson doesn't get the ball. It's a sideline ball. It's a line ball for Western Gaels. Loughlin has taken this line ball again. This is a high ball in. Dolan Castleton, they're all in under it. Dolan missed it. It's got by Seamus Lavin, passed it out to Iggy Gerrit. Iggy Gerrit, he goes for a score. Iggy Gerrit, he gets the score. Well worked that down. It's all Clann Gael at the moment. It's 9-4. Lennon is kicking out this ball again. He gets a good kick into the seal, but Michael Cunningham is in under. Michael Cunningham has the ball. There's several men running for Michael Cunningham. Iggy Gerrit and Kevin McCran. Kevin McCran goes for a score. He kicks it to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper gets it. The goalkeeper passes it out here to Anthony McManus. He's shoved in the back by Carty. Carty fouls Anthony McManus. Kicks back here to number Declan Lennon. Declan Lennon still gets Danny Farrell is on him. Danny Farrell fouls him. It's a free. He's taking it out of his hand. He kicks it across to Eamon McManus Jr., but Loughlin blocks it down. Loughlin is going through in his hole, and Loughlin goes for a score. And Loughlin misses. I see. I can tell you something that this game has gone on, but I see Red Owen McManus is on the sideline. Number 25, it isn't on the programme, but I'd say he'll be soon on, Red Owen. This free is taken by Kevin McCran, I think. Kevin McCran kicks in high, but Loughlin is another. Loughlin misses it, hops off his chest, comes out to Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham goes for a score. Michael Cunningham misses it. Michael missed it. That's 6 misses by Western Gaels in this second half now. About 12 or 30 minutes gone in the second half. It's Lennon again kicking out the ball. It's out against the centre field. Fern Nicholson is in under. It's broke away. It's a sideline ball. It's a sideline ball again for Clann Gael. Anthony McManus comes to take it quick into Owen McManus. It's a free again. Jerry Degnan. He takes the legs from under Kevin McCran. He didn't go for the ball that time anyway. It's Adrian Flynn is taking this. Adrian Flynn, Gary Neary is looking for the ball. Adrian is not. He's being marked now. He kicks a crash still to Gary. Gary has the ball. Gary kicks in a high ball. That's it. Lahin Dolan Castle. That's it. It should be a free to Dolan Castle, but he doesn't get it. But he tries to punch the ball over his head. The goalkeeper comes. The goalkeeper hands it. He passes it out to number 19, Shine. Shine has it. Shine has it. It's blocked away from. Shine has the shield. Shine packs it back in. It's nearly blocked away from the Ray Fallon. Ray Fallon has the ball now. He's coming up the field, toe to hand. To that half back. He passes it into number 15, Lennon. Darren Lennon kicks the ball across to number 13. Number 13, O'Neill. O'Neill has it. O'Neill's on a solo. O'Neill goes for a score. Oh, he went for a goal. John McDermott had come, but he missed it. Red Owen has gone in. Red Owen. I don't know what this is. I don't know who's coming off at the moment. It's Degnan that's coming off. Jerry Degnan that's coming off, but I know he's Owen McManus. McManus. This is Owen McManus. Now it's kick out centre of the field again. In goes Iggy Gerrit. Iggy Gerrit feels the ball well. He's been passed back to Gary. But Gary Ryan gets it. Gary Ryan gets it. Gary Ryan comes out the field. Gary Ryan kicks it across. This is a dangerous ball, but he gets it down to McManus. Comes and gets it. Turned out Michael K.O. Kick toe to hand. He's over and back. He overcarried it. Loughlin takes the ball quick again to Kevin McCran. Kevin McCran is going through now from the ground. Kevin McCran gets up the ball. It's toe to hand once. Kevin McCran, he'll toe to hand twice. He could get back again to Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham will go for a score. No, Michael Cunningham is pulled by. It's a free again. Michael Cunningham. Dara Shine presses out to Red Owen. Red Owen will have to work here to get this one to stop it going across the sideline. He does. And Gary Neary comes away with it. Gary Neary's gone down the field. Gary's mixing it up now. Gary should get in that ball to Donald Castley. He kicks it in, but out comes Shine. Shine passed it out to Anthony. Missed it to Anthony Shine. Anthony Shine passed it back to Shine. Another Shine of them. He kicks it up here to Michael K.O. has passed it into. It passed it into Norton. Norton is going for a score. Does Norton get a score? Norton doesn't get a score. It's a miss again from John McDermott setting up this ball again. Mickey Frayne is giving orders here from the sideline. He's trying to tell Western Gaels keep their shape anyway because they're playing well at the moment. Now kicked out again to the kicked into the centre field again. It's blocked away. Nowhere he comes away, but in comes Declan Lenihan. But is it going near the sideline? It isn't, but it's saved by McManus Jr. McManus Jr. kicks it into Red Owen McManus. Red Owen mixes it up. He missed it, but it comes away with Kevin McCran. Kevin McCran is coming away with it. It's down to Gary Neary. Gary Neary is toe to hand, and Gary is toe to hand. He should get rid of the ball. No, he's swatted by Murray. Murray kicks it into and McManus comes out of it. It gets back to here to Ray Fallon. Ray Fallon has it out to James Dara Shine. Dara Shine kicks it up here to Danny Farrell. Danny Farrell is fouled. It's a free for Danny Farrell. Loughlin that's taken this out of his hand. He kicks it a short one over to Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham has it. Michael Cunningham goes for the score. Does Michael Cunningham get a score? Michael Cunningham, that's another miss from Western Gaels. It looks like a shower here, but it might hold out for the rest of the game. There's about 15 minutes played. Good kick out to the centre field again. Dara Shine is, but Loughlin got up over the ball and punched the ball away. Eric Carty has it. Aidan Carty, that should be a free out from Danny Farrell. Danny Farrell and your man is fighting for the ball, but your man gets away with it. Declan and Michael Keenan. Michael gets punched away by Red Owen, but Michael Hanley goes back. It's still Michael Hanley has the ball. Michael Hanley has passed it back to Michael Duffy. Michael Duffy has it now. Michael Duffy, he passes out to Kevin McCran. Kevin McCran has it. Kevin McCran is out there the sideline, but Kevin McCran kicks the ball quick into McManus, kicked away. It's out again to Farron Nicholson. Farron Nicholson has it for Clann Gael. He passes it into Keenan catches it here, but Gary Neary is in under. Gary Neary lets it run through his hand, but Gary goes back and collects it. Gary should pass the ball, get rid of it. It will be a free again. It's a free again. It's a free again. It's a free again. Clann Gael, I think it's Norton that's taking this free. It is over the bar. That's the first score in a long time for Clann Gael. He has scored 3 so far, Norton. Yeah, it's Donny Cassidy is coming out. Loughlin is going in full forward. Donny Cassidy is coming out centre forward. Some men is going with them. It's kicked out right on, comes on the under, blocks it away. He gets it, he passes it back to Fan Nicholson. Fan Nicholson kicks it out here to Murray. Murray has it, he's been hard. Kick back to Gavin. Gavin is on the ball. The fullback, he kicks it into McManus Jr. Norton misses it. It's back to Johnny Castle. Johnny Castle passes it, but in comes Norton. He passes it in here to it's going through. He's going through. He goes for a score. Does he get a score? He does get a score. It looked that blocked off well there because it looked as if he was going for a goal that time. Declan, number 13 there for Clann again. John McDermott's taking his time again, kicking out the ball. They're beginning to get shout on. I don't know if the Clann Gael or Western Gaels they're shouting at the moment, but there's 6. There's only a goal between them now. He's going to throw up this ball, I'd say the ref is. I'd say he's going to throw up the ball. He's right. He is right, because he's taken too much time, John McDermott, to kick out this ball. And you see it, me? Yeah, it's kicked out. Gary Ryan has the ball. Gary he passed it back to John McDermott. John McDermott, he better watch himself this time and hurry on with it. John is kicking out this again. Bad kick out, but it comes across here to Danny Farrell. Danny Farrell is playing well at the moment. But it's stole away from Ian McManus Jr. They're on the run. Ian McManus Jr. There's a man running from him. Ian McManus goes for his own score. Does he get his own? So he does get his own score. You see, if you start messing up with a ball from the kick out or anything like that, it always turns the game. And I'll tell you, I always seen it happen. Get on with the game of football. There could be a goal off that. McManus held on to that ball. There was one man running loose there on the side. He didn't give it to him and he seen him, but he went for his own goal. He gets a point. It's not a good kick out. It comes to Ian McManus again. Ian McManus as he kicks in this one to Keogh. Keogh, it's into John McDermott. John McDermott has it. John McDermott kicks it across here. The centre field. It's going to be a line ball. It isn't. The Luckin is coming from, but Ian McManus Jr. is coming. Dara Shine has it at the moment. Dara Shine passes it into Norton. Norton has it. It's a high ball. It's so John McDermott missed it, but Red Owen was in him, but lucky enough Michael Duffy was in to help him out. And Kevin McCran is going on. The ball is kicked down the field, down along the sideline. It's still on the ground there, over and back. It's a free. It's a hop ball for. It's a hop ball. It has got a bit of life this last couple of minutes since thrown in the gup, but it's blocked back. It's blocked back to Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham gets a free. He's pulled. It's a free for Michael Cunningham. He is pulled back. Seamus that's taking this out of his hand. He's going to take this ball out of his hand, Seamus O'Gara. Seamus O'Gara wants to get a score off this one, but it's going to be a hard one to get a score off because it's a good distance out and it's all, no. There's only 2 points between them. Anything can happen in a game of football. If the ball slips up and gets into the net, you don't know. It's completely in the run of play, but Western Gaels seems to have gone like a daisy at the moment. They were 4 points ahead, they're back to 2 now. This ball is kicked into the centre, not into the half-forward line. Again, it's blocked away. In goes Anthony McManus. Anthony McManus, someone has been fouled, I think. Donald Cassidy was fouled on someone there. Paul Gavin Gavin kicks out this to Dara Shine has, but Kevin McCran fouls him. Kevin McCran, Dara Shine is going to get this one out of his hand. He kicks it back to Anthony McManus in the corner. He passes it out here to Norton. Norton doesn't get it, but Red Owen goes down for it and he doesn't get it. But Michael Hanley passes the crack into Seamus Lavin. Seamus Lavin was completely in his own. Seamus Lavin gets round him. He goes for the score, does he? He doesn't get it. He passes it to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is passed out here to Fallon. Fallon has the ball. He passes it into Paul. Passed out to Fan. Now Clann Gael is passing the ball around a bit. The man misses it. Shine misses it up again. Shine has it. Kevin McCann has his 2 arms round him. The ref doesn't give a free, but he gets into between Adrian Frayne. Adrian Frayne goes for it. Adrian Frayne. It's still not over the sideline. Adrian Frayne. Adrian Frayne is kicking this ball out of his hand into Gary Neary. Gary Neary has the ball. Gary kicks a high ball. It's a line ball for Western Gaels. No, I think he's given it to Clann Gael. He couldn't be giving it to... He is giving it to Clann Gael. Clann Gael is taking Anthony McManus, takes it across here. Oh, he left it straight through his hands at Norton. He mixes it up, so does Nolan mixes it up. Oh, that was a lucky escape for Clann Gael. Here comes Van Nicholson. He kicks the ball out here to Red Owen. Red Owen is coming from. Red Owen is still going. He's in behind them all. In goes Michael Hanley with him. Michael Hanley is across here. It's Declan and Lynn has it. He gives a free again for over carrying the ball or over carrying or messing up with Clann Gael. Red Owen, yeah, the legs wasn't there to get him any further that time. He'd have got it. He done well. It's kick out by Gary Ryan. Gary Ryan is going back to take this for Western Gaels. Danny Farrell is on his own if he sees him, but he goes for he's right to go get it down the field to the forwards. He does. Dara Shine gets in under it. Jerry Nolan gets it. They're still around him. Jerry Nolan gets it. He's fouled. Iggy Gerrit, he's going to take this free. Iggy Gerrit, he's under it, kicks a high ball in. That's a good ball in. They're all in under it, can go anywhere, but it's well read. It's well read by Anthony McManus. Anthony McManus passed out the ball. Out to Ray Fallon. Ray Fallon has it. He back to Anthony McManus again. McManus, and he went past it back to Ray Fallon. Ray Fallon has it again. Back to Anthony McManus again. They're trying to work this ball out. Yeah. Back to Eamon McManus. Eamon McManus passes it up here to K.O. Michael K.O. K.O. has it. He passes it over here to Norton. Norton has it again now. Norton's on toe to hand. He passes it into Eamon McManus Jr. Eamon McManus. Oh, it doesn't work. Adrian Frayne read the ball well and come in and just interceded on the ball. Adrian Frayne has gone down the field. Adrian Frayne passed the ball back here to Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham has it. Michael Cunningham has gone around the centre half back. Michael Cunningham is on his order. Michael is hops it toe to hand once. He gets it back to Donny Castley. Donny Castley has the ball. Donny Castley goes for high ball, wide ball. There's about 8 minutes to go in this game, and it's still the 2 points between them, 9-7 for Western Gaels. Out to the centre of the field again. Red Owen is under for Clann Gael. He's down and collects the ball. Michael Hanley has his 2 arms round, but he gets the ball back to Frank Nicholson. Frank Nicholson to pass into him, McJones Jr. Luckin comes along. Luckin collects it at the second time. Luckin gets a foul. Luckin is fouled and it's free for him. He kicks it back here to Gary Ryan. Gary Ryan has it. Gary Ryan has been shoved and pulled, but he gets in his ball here to Nolan. Nolan doesn't get it, but number 19 gets it. Shine gets it. Shine gets it. He passes it up here to it goes behind Danny Farrell and Gary Ryan has it. But he get it. He get it into Adrian Frayne. Adrian Frayne has it. Adrian Frayne should be a free where the ball lands, will it? He doesn't give it. Adrian Frayne was fouled when the ball went, but it's a free to Donny Castley. But it should be Adrian Frayne should have got that free because he was hit when the ball was gone. It's Shimmy Garrett that's going to take this. I'd say he's going to take it off the ground. Shimmy is Jamie comes. It's gone wide. Jamie has gone wide. Jamie isn't just on form today. Into the centre of the field again, the ball comes. Loughlin is in under. Loughlin breaks it down to Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham has it. Michael Cunningham over and back. Michael Cunningham goes for it, blocked away. But Jerry Nolan has it. Jerry Nolan has it. He's still over and back. Jerry Nolan goes to. It's a free to Jerry Nolan. Who's going to take it this? Michael Cunningham? Must be. Please. Yeah, Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham that's taking this one. They need this one to score, to get... Yes. 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 Good score from Michael Cunningham. That puts 5 points he has scored today. That puts 3 points between them. That's what you want to see, 3, and you want to see another one on the scoreboard to make sure. There's only about 5 minutes left in the game. A short kick out. Short kick out, he gets away with. He's fouled by Carty. Carty fouls him. Anthony McManus coming here running with the ball. It's a free. He's taking it out of his hand. He kicks a high ball into the centre. Kevin McCran comes in under it again. Kevin gets the ball. The game is all over. I had the time wrong. The game is all over. It's a good win for Western. It's a good win for Western Gaels.
The presentation of the trophy will take place at the players' gate on the town side of the field. The tables are asked not to report on the bridge, and we would appreciate if they would understand that.
A very good win.
We were playing fairly good and at times losing the ball when we should have been putting the points over the bar, but we have been at that for the last year or two, and it's still great at the end of the day to get the win. Is the most important thing.
Leo, I'm going to Mihal, I'm going to talk to Mihal again now, and another man, Western Gaels. What did you think of the game, Mihal?
Well, the most important thing, Benny, is that we won it. It was tough, and my heart is out in my mouth, but we were way the better team, but we found it hard enough to score. But we've been that way for years, and I know when Jack Farrell was with us, you know, often days we were good, and we were maybe the better team, but we find it difficult enough to win. Same today. Clann Gael are good. They're always a good, hard team. Very hard to beat them. You know, if we took the eye off the ball at all there today, we were beaten again today. But the lads did it, and Mickey Cunningham made a star game, and a few more lads, you know. But we're winning anyway, and we're going to enjoy it. Okay, thanks, Benny.
Your lads, I'll talk to the two. Your lads didn't move the ball fast enough from the backside. Thought they were beginning to solo with the ball a bit and not go let it release up to Donald Castle. Donald Castle, didn't he come into the game and was feeling a lot of balls and they weren't supplying him with the ball?
He was, but like the thing about it is that our lads seem to hold the ball up all right. Like they're at that for the last year or two, and then when they let it go, the lads seem to be marked. And as you say, Dolan looked very good at full forward. He was a real target man, but we just didn't get the ball into him, and that's that. Like, you know, on the day.
Alex Mihal, what did you think of the hot ball with John McDermott?
Yeah, well, these are one of the decisions that are made. The ref makes them on the day. We're not going to criticise them now. We won. It will be very easy to get into controversy there. But just to say what you were saying to Joe there about us not releasing the ball, there was a very tricky crossfield wind blowing there today, and it's very easy to look at it and say you should do this and you should do that. And I know that we made mistakes there too. That maybe we didn't. But I think each of our fellas in a man-to-man situation, they could beat any of them. It could beat, Donor was good enough there at full forward. He did field great balls in the first half. But in the second half, the wind seemed to pull the ball down. A lot of the ball, they were kicked in high. It seemed to drop low. It seemed to come in front of them. And we did lose it. And we kicked a lot of bad wides really there, But we're not going to go too much on that now. We won it again, as I said before.
Congratulate you anyway, and I have Loughlin's mother here more now, and I have if Tom Frayne and Michael Cunningham and his wife, I don't know what's her name, but Mary, we're going to get Maura to see what did she think of the game first. Maura.
Thanks, Vinny. I thought it was a super game. I thought we were well-deserved winners. We were a bit shaky towards the last 10 minutes, just before the final whistle, but we kept up till the end, and we made history
first time Western Gaels has joined the senior ranks. A great achievement. It's 8 years ago since we came into the intermediate section, so we've been 8 years struggling. But you don't build a team overnight. It's taken the last 4 years to get this crowd of young lads together. And I hope to stay together now and win many matches next year. Connie is going on a holiday to America, but we'll have him back again because, you know, he'll see that the hills are not greener far away. You know, no place like Western Gaels for the lads. So we're proud to be with them tonight, and we wish them all the best and let them enjoy a good week. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Maura. Tom Frey now. Tom, I'm going to... I think it's Adrian's father, isn't it? It's Adrian's father. Adrian had a good game, Tom. What did you think of the game overall?
Very good game. I thought they played very well. And I'm delighted for the lads. They played a lot of football and they were entitled to this win, and I'm delighted for them.
Thank you very much, Tom. Michael will come in. This is Michael Cunningham's father now. Michael had a great game. Michael really took vital scores when it meant, Michael, didn't it, Michael?
Well, yes, he got the scores when, you know, they were needed, and I suppose, you know, he had really, that's what counts when the game is over, what's on the board. And I'm glad for them now. It was a hard slog since last May they started, and it's now November, 6 months, and I'm delighted for them. I wish them all the best.
I'll have a word now with the woman that does all the washing for Michael, and that keeps them sends them out clean and sends them out clean and primp every day. And Mrs. Cunningham, what did you think of the game?
Well, I'm just delighted with them now, and I wish them all the very best, and I'm very proud of them today.
Thank you very much. He came in this year to Western Gaels to help them out with the training, and we didn't meet them this year. But Mickey, what did you think of this game overall?
What did I think of it overall? Well, to me, the end result is it all. Now, we didn't have played that well near the finish up, but at the start of the second half, we should have buried the game. But in the finish up, then we're hanging on again near the end. But it's typical Western Gaels anyhow. They never make anything easy, so they don't. But I'm delighted. No, nice to show the lads deserve the county title, and that is the truth. Since I went down there in February until the 8th of November, they've never missed out. There's always in the 20-25 at training. I mean, they really did deserve it, like, you know, and I'm delighted for them now, even for the child here, you know. Granddad here.
Yeah, that is good, because it is very hard when you come into a club, Mickey, to get all the lads to keep turning out. You know, it's a hard crunch to keep training the whole summer and winter, and 2 winters nearly. You started early last winter, and here it's winter again. It's nearly Christmas.
Started very early, and like all the lads that turned up, and next thing, these 2 step dancers came back from Holland. And I'll never forget the night they came in the gate, and they were looking over at me and sort in the dark, and Connie says, we better go over to him, you know. And since then we have never looked back.
Thank you, Mickey. I'll talk to Jerry here now. Jerry, young fella that's played, Jerry Nolan here, he's a young lad. He's only 16 or 17, I don't know which it is, but he had a good game of football today. Jerry, what do you think?
Well, I think it was a good game. It was difficult at the end. Made hard work of it, and the lads took control at the end. Michael Cunningham was on his day out there and showed them what he was made of against Crones as well. Same fall, yes, he was right through the whole year since the championship started, and that was basically it. Forwards were on their day. Midfield, Kevin McCann especially worked very hard. The backs were unbelievable, as usual. Right from cornerback to number 7, that was him. And that's about much time left to say.
Thank you very much, Jerry. I see Jerry Coney here. Jerry Coney is with Western Gaels as long... And Jerry Coney is with Western Gaels as long as I know him. Jerry is coming in here now. Jerry is coming in here. The long man with Western Gaels, I think he's chairman of the Western Gaels Club, I'm not sure, but I think he is for years. Jerry, what do you to say to the lads?
Oh, all I say is congratulations, and it's a proud day to be involved with Western Gaels. First intermediate championship win, first time ever in the final. And when Jack was in our house last night, like, I knew that it would happen. And it's a dream come true for me, and a dream come true from all the lads involved. And I must say, just while I have this opportunity, there are 2 men that would love to be here today, but they're gone to another world or whatever, and that's Bernie McGarry and Seamus Finnerty. I remember them today especially, because they were here in 1990 when we won it last, and I do remember them, and all the lads that have been involved in the club all down through the years. It's a proud moment. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Jerry. That was a grand thing to say about them 2 men, because they were very strong supporters of Western Gaels. I have Jerry Finnan here and Loch and Dowd. Sherry Pinner and Locker Dowd is coming in here to say a few words. Lurkin first. Lurkin, you had a good game. You feel you got up very high for some of the balls, Lurkin. What did you think of the game overall yourself now?
As I said it to Jack last night, I said it was going to be won by every one of the forwards and everyone on the team, and I picked out, even last night, I picked out Cunny and Jared Nolan, say if the two boys were firing on all cylinders today and getting a few scores, that I felt we'd win the game, and thankfully Cunny was flying it today. Jared Nolan got into the game from the word goal, like, you know. They were just two lads I picked out up front last night, but I'd say overall the entire team, I don't think there was anyone that shied. Danny Farrell had a great game, wing half back. Kevin McCran was outstanding throughout the game, gave a great performance. Donald from the word goal was winning ball in front of goal. Everyone just contributed so much to the match, and I'm delighted for all the lads that they've achieved it after so long. After it's 9 years since someone said it was 4 years ago since we were starting to try, but it's 9 years ago since we became an intermediate championship team, and now we've reaped the rewards of it. So hopefully next year we'll perform a bit better again, and we'll do ourselves proud in the senior championship.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lurkin. That was lovely said. I have Jerry here. Jerry is behind Western Gaels as long as I know him as well, and that's a long time ago. Jerry, a great win again today for you, Jerry.
Great win today. Delighted for the lads, because they put a lot into it, and to me it comes back to the time we formed Western Gaels Club. I remember it well, in 1962 in Fairymount Hall on a cold frosty night. Now 62. The club has done very well since, and I'm delighted for them. I think today of the likes of John Lavin and Father Jerry O'Rourke. They were two of the founder members of Western Gaels Club, and indeed, I was talking to John Lavin here today, and we talked about that frosty night in Fairymount. So for the lads, I'm really thrilled and delighted, and I look forward to see them playing in the senior championship next year, and I have no doubt they'll give a good account of themselves. They're a fine young bunch of lads. Determination, and they have the will to win and the will to train, and that's what you need now.
Thank you, Jerry. Well, I'll say to Lurkin, senior football will be not new to Lurkin because with the senior panel, the Roscommon senior panel, but you also play in the Rock Cup or the Rock League all the time.
Yeah, it's nice, to be a fully fledged senior team at long last. I think it was a great addition to us last year, for the last 2 years, to have been playing senior football, because we got to play with the highest ranking teams in the county, and the boys gave a great account of themselves up against Gael and Johnstown a couple of months ago. I think myself and Donald had been missing, and they went up and they beat Gael on their home patch with 3 points. So I think that put a bit of fear into Gael coming down here today to play us, knowing that we had already beaten their senior team, that they were up against a good quality side, and it is a good quality side, and it's great for the lads next year. They're in the spotlight next year. They'll be playing with the cream of the crop, as it was in the county, and be justice for a few of them. A few of them deserve a run in the county, I feel, and next year hopefully, or even after this year, been playing senior football next year against all the guys who. Not with any bit of luck, we might have a few more lads in the county team representing.
Kevin, we sort of tried our best there. We had luck in coming into midfield to help us out, but I think we got our fair share of it. I think it was getting a bit in the second half frustrating that we're kicking so many wide, but you have the like of Mickey there that tap it over, and I think he well deserved man of the match. And when you look to those lads, it keeps you going, and it just lasted out. I thought there, with a few minutes to go, it was another defeat again for us, but we pulled it up again, and that's a great tribute to all the lads there that we kept going, and I think we'll have better days yet to come, but today is the best day the club ever had so far. So that's great for everyone.
Thank you, Iggy. I didn't know Michael got man of the match now because I was beyond with Jack trying to get this camera over here. Did you get man of the match, Michael?
Man of the match, yeah. It's a great honour, but it's not what it's about. Like getting the cup and winning it for the team is what it's about. Like man of the match is a bonus. Like it's nice to get it, but I wouldn't look into it too much. I
agree there.
I just want to say this might be shown in England to my sister Bernie and Christina.
I agreed, Michael, but still it's a good thing to get man of the match. It shows you that how hard you worked during the match.
But it's not what you go out to win. Like the man of the match isn't something you go out to win. If you get it, fair and well. If you don't get it, it's nowhere. There's going to be no one disappointed that didn't get it. Like
I agree there. I agree. Thank you to both of you. Thank you. Just washed themselves and everything here. I'll start with Porrick.
How are you, Benny? How are you keeping? Great day for Western Gaels now, I have to say. A lot of years put in. A lot of men have put in an awful lot of work to it over the years, including this man here beside me. The last few years has done an awful lot of work. An awful lot of men out there who have given their heart to Western Gaels over the years, and I suppose it's just reward for an awful lot of people. And to see some of the men giving their all today, it meant an awful lot to a lot of people.
Thank you, Barry. No, congratulations, because you're there, and we do meet in the pub and we do be talking about football, and it's all football. But it's a great win for you, Noel.
It was a good win. I think it was harder than it should have been, but a win is a win, and they played some great football, but they just couldn't put it on the scoreboard at times in the second half. But they won the game. I think they were the best team, and they have been knocking on the door now for about 2 years or 3 years, and they'll have their just reward at last. They deserve every bit of it.
I know they were the best team, but Clann Gael, you never write them off. Michael's was the best team as well, and Clann Gael went and bet them, and they could do the same to them. They can do it. Clann Gael is a kind of a team that can beat good teams.
Well, but the one thing this Western Gaels team has is they don't give in. Even when they were 5 points up and they were pegged back to 2 points, they still have that much left in the tank to go for it again, and I think that's a sign of a good team.
Thank you to both of you. We'll have a drink tonight. We'll have a thing. I don't see any other one around now, and I'll sign off. I have to congratulate these two lads on winning today. Dolan was on today. Dolan was hurt to come in to play. Came on against Follies. Dolan had a good game today. If they fed him enough of ball today, I said it on the comment, if you're looking at this, that you're one-man target man, they should be using you more, Dolan. What do you think of the game yourself, Dolan?
I thought in the first half, I thought the ball was coming in, and it seemed to be going well for me. I was catching the ball, but second half, it's hard enough to play with the breeze. People think it's easier to play with the breeze, but it's not, because the ball just wasn't coming in. The ball just wasn't coming in. It didn't suit me, But there's a game. The game was, it's great. We were the best team, I think, throughout. But it was looking a bit dodgy there with 15 minutes to go. It was only 9-7, and they could have got a goal and could have absolutely rocked us. But luckily in the end it turned out well.
Thank you, Don. Abraham today, and you were on the last day as well, Adrian. You had a good game, Adrian.
I was happy enough with it. Thought I think we won it in the first half when the ball Dolan done quite well, and we picked off a lot of scores at the last 10 minutes of the first half, and I think that's where the win in the game came. In the second half, we were under a lot of pressure, especially we got off the first 10 minutes is the first half, or second half, and last 10 minutes is the first. So I think the game was won there. I thought the full back line was excellent. I thought half back line, particularly Daniel and the half back line, done very well. Cut out a lot of ball in the second half. And at the end of the day, I think the fact that we're training and working very hard towards it for the last 3 years showed on the pitch, and the tenacity and how hard everyone worked for each other. And I'm delighted to win at the end of the day.
Yeah, it just shows the strength of Western Gaels, because these two lads wasn't there for the last day. They were not on the team, and they came on today, and both of them played a big part in winning this game today. That's the strength they have to have on the sideline, don't it?
Yeah, we have a tremendous panel. If you look at the subs today, we had Mark Mitchell. He was playing the last day. Sean wasn't here today, Sean Neary, but he's another good footballer. you know, with Cass around a long time, Barry Cooney. You know, we had great experience. We have a great panel this year. You know, fair play to all the lads. It's tremendous. This is probably a couple of years too late. We thought we should have maybe wrapped this up a couple of years ago, but it's great to win it. You know, it's tremendous.
Thank you, lads. Thank you very much. Thank you. Full crowd of lads here. Lads, and I have a mother of Seamus Garrett here. She's washing for Seamus every night, coming home wet and dirty from the French Park. What did you think of the game today?
I thought it was absolutely marvellous. Absolutely outstanding. And I was delighted to the world when I seen them win it.
Are you going to have a pint tonight, Hannah?
Yes, I'm going to be... I'm going to get drunk tonight.
Oh, that's going to be a happy woman later on. I go to my nephew Gary now. Gary, well, you were playing on Eamon McManus first, a cute player.
He was cute, sure. I took a bit of minding, but it's over now and we've done the business, so... Are you sure? That's that.
They took Eamon off you, they moved him out to centre field, did they, Gary?
Yeah, and the midfielder come on to me in the second half. They did a lot of changing also throughout the match, like. They kept changing the whole time, like. He changed in the second half and the midfielder come out and eased the pressure a bit.
Yeah, there's two very young lads here, Gary and Michael, and Seamus. Seamus isn't an old man yet, but he's there longer than these two. Like Michael, you're a young fella.
I'm new enough now, you know, a few years left me yet, hopefully now. It was good to win it, you know, because it was a long year and I was happy. It was a good end, you know. A lot of us made a good effort to stay at home from the States and that, you know. And coming, you know, there's a lot of lads make good effort and it was nice to win it now today. We'll have a good night. We'll have a very good night.
Seamus, congratulations to you. You were there a good while. You had a good game, Seamus. Your frees, one or two of them didn't come off.
No, they didn't go according to plan, but it wouldn't be the first time, so I'm well used to it now. In the first half, they didn't go too bad, like, but in the second half, I said we'd make a game out of it, so I missed them.
Good that you. But the best of players miss them. But they either go over or they don't go over. You're trying your best anyway, Seamus.
Well, all you can do is try your best, so, and that's what we tried, just that they didn't come off, and we won it anyway. That was the most, but Washington went over and we lost, so made up for last year.
I thought really Clann Gael with the forwards, you outclashed them completely, the Western Gaels forwards. They couldn't watch you at all.
No, well, I thought that going into the game, like with Donald and Adrian Catch coming into it, just with two men well over 6 foot. So I was thinking that if the ball was sent in, that we'd win it, or that we'd get the scores. And we worked it in the first half, but in the second half, then we didn't see it. We seemed to struggle a lot, like. But they'll have that, and we never seem to play well with the wind at all. Yeah. They're ready to go against.
Yeah, they're ready to go now. I'll let these three lads go. We'll wrap it up. We'll see them back in Jack's tonight, and we'll go. Bye, lads. Congratulations. Supporters of Jack's wife here, Chris, with her blue flag. She's just after taking off her glasses. She wants to be looking her best here on this. Chris, great win for you.
Well, it was marvellous. Hand off, Benny. It's a great day, and we waited a long time for it. I'm delighted for all concerned.
Thank you, Chris. Derry is training all the young lads. I'd say some of these he's nearly up from his rank.
Well, I had a couple of past pupils on display there now, and they gave a great display. Daniel Farrell and Gerard Nolan, and there's a few of them in the panel as well. The future's looking good, and if we can get Mickey to stay for another year or two and keep the thing going, and I'll try and stay with the young lads for another while and send up another one or two of them, and maybe one day we'll be standing here being interviewed with a senior title.
Thank you very much, Dave. PG McGarry here. PG is another with Western Gaels, as long as I know him as well. PG, it's a great win for you.
Oh, great win. It's a good while coming, but sweet today. We had to wait a good few years. Since 1977 was the first one, 1991, 2 junior titles, and since that, struggling. But today, it's all worthwhile today.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Sign off now. We'll say goodbye.
Said Moorhan's here in Ballinagare. We have the cup with us. And of course Jack forgot to put in the battery, so we have to have the presentation again. So we'll do it again. Now Kevin, we'll present the cup. Oh, be careful here now.
Think it out.
What do you think? What do you think now, Kevin? What do you think now, Kevin?
It's a great day for the club. We've been working since last February on... Where's Mickey, friend? Get him out here. It's been great. We ploughed through muck and dirt and every fucking thing.
Be for that.
Censor that is right, yeah. And I'd just like to hand you over to Paul Neary.
No, I have nothing to say. Ron Paul. No. All I'd like to say is that we've put in great commitment this year, and that the subs wasn't used to it. A bit disappointed. I'd have liked to come on and score the goal, but Mickey says he'll use me for the senior matches next year. He didn't want to take everything out of me. On to Donny Cass.
Anna Ray, interview.
What can I say? Only, I'm brilliant. No, it's great. I was just something that's come into my head there now, and I was coming down the car from Galway there, one of the few times I was down, and we should have been a senior club a long time ago. I mean, this is a long time overdue. We have everything. We have the setup, the organisation. We've fabulous facilities in the town and everything. The lights have gone up, and this club is geared towards senior football, and we're there finally at last. But it's great. But underage as well. You have to hand it. I mean, this is without doubt the best year. The club. You have to hand it under 14s, under 16s, and we've won the intermediate 3 county titles in a year. I mean, so we're definitely club of the year, without a doubt, without a doubt. And I'll quickly hand John to Michael Duffy.
Hey, it's Michael Duffy.
It's Mick Duff. It's Mick Duff.
Well, tá hásan down orm. An Corn Shahog Laka, our son Corn Gael here. Hooray! Go on. I'd just like to compliment Mick Duffy on a fine performance. Exactly. A worthy man of the match. He should be very proud of himself. He should be very proud of himself, Jack.
No, take your time.
Michael Duffy should be very proud of himself. A great performance, and I'll hand you over now to the one and only.
No goals conceded. Sing us a song there.
We did well all over the campaign, and we had it tight enough within a few games, and we say after all is said and done, we have the cup home, and we're waiting a long time for it, and up the Gaels. All I can say is rasher, sausage, whatever name is, he got fried.
Rasher, that's right.
Well done, lads, well done. But that it. We're okay. We'll see you later on tonight.
Welcome back to the studio here. The other night we were doing the recordings in Dowds and O'Gara's and Jerry Cooney's, and with the 2 other famous All-Ireland winners from the Western Gaels parish, we omitted one player in particular who has an All-Ireland medal with Roscommon. That was Micheál Finnerton. Micheál, as you all know, is here from Ballinagare, and he won an All-Ireland medal in 1978 with the Roscommon under-21 team. Also on the panel that year, and I believe he is an All-Ireland medal as well, and that was Kevin Murray. We hope that we will get a better look at Micheál's medal collection when we do our next record, and when this club hopefully will be partaking in the senior final. At this stage, I'd like to thank everybody who took part in making this film, Billy Neary included, who did a great job on the commentary and the interviews, Daniel Farrell on the camera, and Michael Cunningham as assistant. And we're going to hand over here to outside Monaghan's again to...
Last night in where is it? Horton is right, I'd forgotten the name. And we spoke in the Gara household. We said we'd be back with a bottle of whiskey if we won the cup. It's a bit early in the week, but no doubt before the weekend is out we'll be back there. Adrian, I was doing a video of the game today, and I would say Michael Cunningham probably was the man of the match up front, but there had to be a man of the match in the defence, and I thought you had a magnificent game, Adrian, and congratulations very much on winning the game today anyway, before I go over to you.
And thanks, Jack, very much. It was tough going all through the game. First half I didn't do much at all. In the second half the ball seemed to fall from me in the right direction, and done my job, done the best I could, and I think all the backs played well. The whole team played as a unit and we done well. In the second half we kicked a few wides and Clann came at us, and it was looking dodgy for a while, but we stuck in there and worked out well in the end.
But as you said yourself there, the backs played well. They held Clann Gael to 2 short periods of scoring, I would say. There was maybe they had about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes in the first half when they scored 4 points, and about 3 minutes in the second half. They had about 7 minutes of attacking football that you'd have to away with. Other than that, it was the Gaels' backs were on top all day.
We done our best and it worked out well. we kept them at bay, and lucky enough, things worked out.
Good man.
Well, Brian is the secretary of the club here, and we haven't meant to get around to a lot of more people last night, but every household we went to, there was a good hour spent, so time doesn't be long going. But anyway, Brian, congratulations, and yeah, it has been a fabulous year for Western Gaels.
It has, Jack. Thanks very much. It's great to see a result. It's great to be winners. It's great to come out after putting such an effort into it and to end up winning the actual championship itself. History has been made. I don't know, next year we're going on to senior. We ought to say a lot to Mickey Frayne and all the selectors and everyone that's put so much into it. All the men that have gone out selling lottery tickets every second week of the year. I think they deserve an awful lot of credit, because a lot of work goes on behind the scenes that people don't actually realise or know about. And without them, we wouldn't be here today. I'd have no doubt about that. To run a club, it takes a lot of work, a lot of management. It takes a lot of work from the players. And we see the results now. At underage level, at under 12, under 14 this year, county champions, under 16 champions 2 years running. We're going to give a good run at it again this year. And the future of Western Gaels is very bright. Thanks, Jack.
Well, indeed it is, Brian. And you took over as secretary there yourself about, what, 4 or 5 years ago would have been now? 4? Yeah. I've no doubt there's an awful lot of hard work involved, and that you're well fit to continue on for another couple of years.
Well, we'll have a go at it maybe another year, and I think it's time to pass it on. I think more people you get involved in the club, the better. And it gives a depth of experience for everybody. It's great to see Kevin Ryan in it this year, you know, and everybody. And to bring in an outsider, I think has helped at no end. And hopefully Mickey, he'll come back with us again next year.
Brian, this is the cup. I wasn't there for the presentation because we weren't organised to go down where it took place in the corner. We're going to get a good look at it now. The first time it has ever been in Ballinagar. It's first stop for the cup in the club. So I don't even know what name it is, but I'm sure you can tell us a small bit about it.
Come the Roscommon Corn Intermediate. It doesn't actually say. It doesn't have a name on it. Peter Casey and Sons are the sponsors, and no doubt they probably have their name someplace in this cup. I see the first badge is on it is Oran. 1997, a team we beat in the first round of the championship last year. We could have been there last year. Yeah, who beat Ballinameen in the final is right, Maura.
Well, that's it.
But maybe Ballinameen, you're there next year, and we'll wish you the best of luck anyway. We're senior. As I said, we're on the way up. A lot of others are on the way down. And we're looking for a senior title, and that's what we're looking at next year.
Well, that's grand. It's lovely, as I say, to see the cup making its first stop in Moorahans. We've always been very, very welcome here. We've never passed here without the cup being filled in Moorahans, and without us making a call here. I think it was always our first port of call, and let's hope now that we're going to go on for the next... I've had no drink yet, so we have to go in there and do a bit of celebrating.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Take care. All the best.
Come on, Nick.
You want to go all the way, Gary?
What?
You want to go all the way?
Try to stay out of that cup.
I remember he not let go either, but I not let go. No surrender till we get another one. A bigger one. Come on, Jack. Well done, Jack. Come on in there.
Jack for a minute.
Take it up, put it there, man. Come on. Take myself anyway, you're so Jack.
Leave down there,
Take down the bread.